week, and then looking at
And I
film.
didn't want one.
I was always
But the
big
old
in
man
film
made me
because you can always pick something up that you can
muck
take
out
into
the
the games,
stalls.
and
Good
I
times.
think that's the ultimate
Good
study
times.
of another person is you can
Never
go in
forget
and
my old man
analyze
coming
all
to
the
me and saying,
details. And I've
"Hey,
always
Norton, I
been a
had a thought.
detail-oriented person.
You don't ride.
And when
You
you
have
can
nothing
get
to do
in
with
and
the
really
horses.
grind that
If you don't
out,
want to
and you
clean
can
up the
know
stalls
something
anymore, you
that
don't
might
have
be a
to."
pre-snap
I'm
read,
like, really?
and then
I'm
Coach
out. Peace out.
Huxtable and Coach
I'll find another way to
Rose,
earn
they
that
did a great job of pointing things
$7.50
out,
a week
and
that you
that really,
pay me.
really
He
helps.
said,
when
"Oh, you still have
have-
to clean up the
I wasn't
dog
the
crap,
greatest
just not the horse
athlete in
crap."
the world, but
Anyway,
I
thanks
tried
for
to be
listening
sure
and
that
watching.
what we
See you
did,
tomorrow.
we
We're
did
out.
it with purpose, and we did it with intensity, and we played with passion. And I think that'll cover up
All
some
right,
of the
when it comes to getting
downfalls at
life
the end of the
insurance for
day
your
and the hard
family, a
work you
lot of
put in.
excuses can get in the way.
And the weight
But ask
room
yourself
throughout the
this:
years
if
that you're
something
there
were to
is
happen to
always
me,
the
who would
biggest
pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other
proponent to
bills?
get you where
Then
you need
forget
to
the
be.
excuses and
Well,
check
Jeff,
out
we saw
Ethos
your
Life, the
your
online, easy way to
physicality,
get life insurance in 10 minutes.
and
Ethos
on
has
the
rates
field
that you
and
can
the
afford,
effort
like
as
a
well, but
$500,000
the cerebral
policy for
side
a
you're talking
40-year-old
about,
male
it
starting at
sounds like you were
$1 a
able
day
to
or
read
$30 a month.
everything
With a
and
few
know
health
what was going
questions
on.
and
Did
no
you
medical
ever
exam.
get
Get your
get
free
into
quote right
coaching or
now
think
at
about getting into football
checkethos.com. That's
coaching after your playing days?
checkethos.com. Not
I
available in all
always
states.
said
Rates
it
do
my
vary.
This
the
is the
last
story
game I
of the
ever
one.
played in.
As a maintenance
And it's,
engineer, he hears things differently.
it's
To
actually
the untrained ear,
on
everything on
tape
his
in my
shop floor
basement,
might
and
sound
I-
fine,
an old
but he
VHS
can hear
tape, and I
gears
said,
grinding.
I'll never
belt
watch that
slipping.
film, but I want
So
to be
he steps
sure.
in to fix
and
the
it kinda
problem
gets
at
me
hand
emotional now,
before it
but
gets out of
I wanted to
hand.
be sure
And he
that the
knows
last
Granger's
game
got
I
the
ever
right
played in
product he
was going
needs
to
to
be
get the
something
job done, which is
I
music
would
to
be,
his
I would be
ears.
proud of.
Call, click Granger.com, or
to
just
show my
stop by.
child one day.
Granger, for the
And-
ones who get it done.
And for me, it was making
Paying
sure
too
that
much for term life
if I played
insurance?
every
There
play
is a
like it was my
tremendous
last.
price war in the term life
and,
industry. Rates have
and
dropped
that was pretty
dramatically in the
special.
past few
But
years. For
I
example,
always
a
said if my
man
son ever
aged
wanted to
45,
play, I
non-smoker,
would
can
coach.
get $1 million
But
of coverage
with
for
coaching, it
$75
just
per month.
I just didn't
Level
have the
rate
love for it
10
like I did
years.
for the
Or a
game
man
when it
age
came to
50
playing.
non-smoker can obtain
Well, you did find
$500,000
a
of
great
coverage for a
career, and
monthly
I don't
premium
know
of $110.
if you were the first. I guess Big
Level
Ed
rate for
Watkins,
20 years.
part
That's
of
right.
NASCAR
Guaranteed
as well.
level
But
rate for 20
since
years.
you
If you're a
guys and
smoker,
what
we
you
have
did in
great
your
rates
careers,
available
there's
for
been a
you
lot
as
of
well.
Pirates
At Termbusters,
going
we
into
specialize in
NASCAR that
policies
played
of
football here at East
$500,000
Carolina.
and
Kind of a
above.
pretty
If
cool
you're looking
pipeline
new
there.
or replacement term
But
life
how did you get
insurance,
into that,
call today
Jeff,
for a quote.
all those years ago?
1-800-908-7636.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, he was a pit crew coach,
You're probably paying more
and
than you
Big
should.
Ed, he was in
Call
it already, and
1-800-908-7636.
he asked me to come in and try it out, and I did,
Remember,
loved it, just took to it, and being an athlete, it really kind of
1-800-908-7636.
brings
Sample
in your
rate quotes
talents
based
into
on
another
preferred
sport.
non-smoker
And
rate class.
we always used to kid
Exam
people, nobody
required,
grows up
qualify.
playing pit crew. You grow up playing a
Advertisement sponsored by
sport. But
Allied Injury Group,
in
not
order to
available in all
learn
states.
that
This
particular
important message from
game
Allied
or
Injury
sport
Group reminds
or
you that if you or
job,
someone you
you really
love
had to
was
get
injured in
experience
an
doing
accident that
and
wasn't your
experience
fault,
comes at a
you
cost.
deserve
And
financial
I've been
compensation
hit
for
a
your
few
medical
times, and
expenses,
you have
lost
injuries that goes
wages,
along with
pain,
that.
and
But
suffering.
at the
Don't
end of the day,
rely
it
on
was a
insurance
rewarding
companies
career.
to look
Loved
out
it,
for you.
had a
If
great
you
time,
haven't
and
spoken
made a
to
lot
an
of
attorney, call our
great
legal experts
acquaintances,
now.
fun people to
Work
be around.
accident,
I mean,
truck
that's another
accident,
family. It's
collision
a
with
way
an
to get out of
uninsured
the
driver,
football
or a
playing
slip and
career, but
fall.
still be a part
Allied
of
Injury
another
Group has
family.
helped
And
clients
I
win
think that's one
hundreds of
thing, like you talked
millions of
about,
dollars in
we all
damages.
miss.
They're available
We all miss the
24/7 to
camaraderie
take
of
your
being a
call
part of
and
a
fight
team,
for you.
and
Remember, if
knowing
you or
that team
someone
is
above
really the
suffered
benefit of
injuries
the
in an
folks around
accident
you
that
all pulling
wasn't
for the
your
same
fault,
goal
like
and
being
objective.
struck by a drunk driver,
That's
a
the neat part
collision
to
with an
be. That's the
18
neat thing
wheeler,
to be
or a
part of.
victim of workplace
Jeff
negligence
Carr
or
joining
more,
us. Jeff,
get the financial
catch us up on what you're up
compensation
to
you
these days.
deserve. Call
Where you living
Allied
and
Injury
what are you
Group for
doing
a
now?
free consultation now.
Yeah,
Call
so I am
800-894-6680.
father of two
That's
children,
800-894-6680.
Madison and Grayson.
Again,
And Grayson's now down in
800-894-6680.
Wilmington right now. UNCW just dropped
Are
him
you
off
over
last
50?
weekend.
Would you like to
and,
get up to 33%
currently
more
my wife
income in
works
retirement?
as a
Then call now for this
Misty
free
Carr.
book,
She played
Puberty
basketball
Do's
there,
and Don'ts for Baby
Misty
Boomers,
Horn at the
from a
time.
leading financial
And
firm on
we
maximizing your
are
income in
married, living in
retirement. That's
Troutman,
right.
North Carolina,
Free.
big
This free book
metropolis,
reveals
and I'm a
little-known
financial
truths
planner
about
here, and
annuities in
I've
simple
got
to
a
understand
nice
terms
office
that will
here as
help
soon
you
as you
make the
come into
right
Troutman,
choices
and
before buying an
old house
annuity.
house that was
It's
built,
free.
we
As
renovated.
a bonus, we'll also
and
throw in
brought
a
up to
free
par to be able to
annuity
have an
rate
office.
report
And
summarizing
it's
the
been great
rates
for
and
me. I've been doing this
benefits
for
from
the last
punchily
8
strong
years, and since I
insurers.
got out of racing and
Call
love what we do, being able to help people.
800-715-9880.
That's awesome. Jeff Carr joining us.
That's
and
right.
Jeff, before
Annuity
we
do's
got
and
going
don'ts for
recording,
baby
you
murders
said that
and
this will
annuity
be
rate report.
what, the
Both
first time
absolutely
your
free
son
for
will be
calling
able to
today.
kind of see
Call
your football legacy, I guess,
800-715-9880.
when
That's
you come here to Greenville when the 99 team was
800-715-9880.
honored for that
Sponsored by
UTSA
Annuity
game.
General.
So that's
Producers
gotta be
have the
awesome
appropriate
to be able
licenses
to
for the
bring your
products they
family
offer.
back
Increased
and
income is possible
see,
using strategies suited
hopefully
to
a
your
packed
goals
out
and
efficient
powered by
stadium.
multiple annuities and holding
Yeah,
a full
yeah,
term.
we're excited.
Do you have over
I'm excited to come back and be a
$10,000
part
in
of it
credit card
again.
debt?
We don't get the
stress from
opportunity
excessive
being
credit
4
card
to 4.5
debt can whip
hours
your
away
life.
as much as I'd
Collection
like to
calls,
get down
sleepless
there.
nights. If you're
And,
feeling the
when
financial
you pour
impact
all
with
of your
unprecedented
livelihood
economic
into
challenges,
football,
Blue is here for
when you
you.
walk
Blue
away,
uses
you don't leave
secret
anything on
programs
the
that
table,
most
and
credit
that's where
card
I
companies
was with
won't tell
racing.
you
I hadn't been
about to
back
help
to
you
a
consolidate or
race
settle
since I
your debt
assets
left,
for a
and then,
fraction of what you owe. With
same thing
Debt-Loop
with
Success
football. I think we've
Guarantee,
been back for
you
one
pay
game we
nothing
came down
unless your
for,
debt is reduced
and,
or
but that's it.
completely
We got to get back
resolved.
down
There's
for
no
more,
risk.
and we
The
talk
more
about it
you
every
owe,
year,
the
and,
more Debt-Loop
and
can
being a
give you.
part of
See how easy it is to
Pirate
get started.
family
Read
is
the
where we want to be and
information.
always
Let
want to be.
Debt-Blue show
So
you
it'll be
how
fun.
10
Looking
minutes
forward
could
to it.
save you
One thing you'll like, Jeff, this defense is going to be for real. It was last year, but it did not show up in the win-loss record. Just 2 wins for the Pirates. Couldn't get anything going offensively. That has been overhauled with a new offensive coordinator, 2 new quarterbacks, a lot of new receivers. So trying to get the offense to match the defense, but I think you'll see a pretty intense Pirate defense when you come watch them later this year. How much? I know you're not able to get here a lot. How much are you keeping up with the Pirates? Do you still watch the games? Do you still feel connected at all to the team?
I look at the scores. I've watched a few games, and a big part of me is with defense is always you got to hit people. I think you got to do it in practice every day. I know that's nothing that's fun in today's world. We're going out there banging and hitting on people on a daily basis, but that's a part of the game that you got to relish that, and you got to feel like you got to love hitting people to be a defensive guy, and as an offensive guy, you got to love not being hit. So it's a matter of the desire to get in there and wreak havoc. And hopefully they have that same intensity, and we can bring that to the field in another year.
Missed the Brian Bailey Show. You missed.
Brett Wilton, the head football coach at Havelock. When you look at this Havelock program,
Jeff,
I mean,
so
obviously, you
college
guys just
football,
reload.
and,
It seems like each
I'm
and
a
every
bit
year.
hypocritical. I
There's all
usually
kinds
spend
of
all
talent in
offseason
Havelock, isn't
complaining
it?
about
Definitely
it
a great
and
place to coach.
I hate realignment.
These kids and their parents, they put in the effort on the back end, getting ready for high school and lifting and running, and they take it really seriously. The film works pretty serious, so it makes it easier on us when we know that they're coming in 100% committed to try to help us win every Friday night.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
East Carolina will have a shot. Kevin Monroe talked about a team, Jeff, that lost
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Didn't go to a bowl game.
You already know, my guy.
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you.
For bad,
you ought to see me in the summertime. Drop that, baby. Let's see it.
Yeah, I missed the lunch meeting today.
I love Food Line's magazine section, and I love using the bathroom and clogging it up.
That's nuts.
I smash anybody's grandma.
At the Burlington.
And that's very exciting. I
have no idea what
the fuck just happened.
Tell you what, the turtle saver.
I don't like Cocky Clip.
Where is Clip?
And that's kind of a
What's up,
motto.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live, our last Wednesday show, not in ECU football game week. I love little milestones like that. Beautiful day in eastern North Carolina, like you two sang about. And we are coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. Is everything okay? 1250, 930 online, pr927fm. Yeah, we're good. We are glad to have you on Facebook Live and YouTube as well. And I'm glad to have the gang here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Been working alongside the big dog a lot of today because knocked out a couple interviews earlier, and we're bringing you the video interviews now. And hopefully we'll seamlessly play those on today's program, and got a couple of good ones with some former Pirates, including Holton Ahlers, my soon-to-be co-host on the U.S. Sailor Fifth Quarter Call-In Show, host of the Holton Naylor Show. We talked about the Jake Garcia starting quarterback news and more. And a former Pirate great, linebacker Jeff Carr, joined us as well. We are going to, throughout the season, if we can, talk to members of the 1999 East Carolina football team that will be honored during the UTSA game. Talked to Kevin Monroe last week, and we'll mix in chats with K-Mo throughout the season because he'll be on the call, color analyst for the home games for East Carolina football. But a lot of his teammates from the 1999 team will be joining us throughout the year. Today, that will be Pirate linebacker Jeff Carr. Speaking of the broadcast crew, coming up Thursday on the show, Jim Zoki. Talk a little Panthers, talk a little Pirates. He had, and I'm going to bring this up with him. We like to trade war stories about our awful sports teams that we root for. J-Bone over there, Jarrett's got the White Sox and the Raiders and the Pirates. Not a great mix. Of course, the Commanders-Pirates combo has hurt me a lot in the past. I think Patrick Mason, I'll ask Jim. Jim had to call Panthers and Pirates games last year. Awful. Brutal. But did Patrick Mason have it worse? Covering the Pirates, so he was at, I guess, every game, home and away. His alma mater, Iowa, couldn't score 10 points, just like the Pirates. And then he had the Bears on Sunday and throw in the White Sox. I think he may have the the worst of it all. John's got the Nats to go with his Panthers and Pirates, so that's not good either. But anyway, we'll talk about losing and how we're going to turn that around with Jim Zoki when he joins us Thursday coming up on the show. Shirley Rhodes is here. I like the green, Shirley. I got a couple of green shirts. I don't wear a lot of green, but I like green.
I have a few green shirts, but I don't wear them very often. You know that.
I like it.
I tend to go a little goth almost. Black and grays are typically the ones that I use, but every now and then I like to shake things up a bit.
You're so goth and emo.
I am so emo.
J-Bone Jarrett joining us today.
What's going on?
Good to see you, Jarrett. Welcome back. Once again, putting in the work. I heard he asked to do even more work here at Pirate Radio. We're very proud of young Jarrett. And I'm very proud of this guy to my left. He is a former Beta Club member. He is former class president at Lakewood High School.
Last year, I'm a former long snapper.
Of course, he's a former long snapper. He is Greenville's top 10 most eligible bachelors. The man of Chan. He is Chandler Honeycutt. Hello, Chandler.
Hey, Clipper.
Come on, Sean.
Focus in. Lock in, Sean.
What's up, Clipper? Popping a top on this Wednesday.
Popping a top.
When I used to say Happy Sports Trivia Wednesday, which is still weird to me. Now sports trivia at the Buccaneer Music Hall on Monday nights at 8 o'clock. We have had some good turnouts. I believe we're going to try to go down to the dance floor next week and get some tables out there. And then in a few weeks, we'll have Monday Night Football on a projector screen and the questions on a smaller screen beside it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I do miss sports trivia on Wednesdays, but hey, you got to move, you got to change. And so it is still weird, though. I was thinking about it on the way here, how usually I would be excited and getting ready for sports trivia tonight.
We'll have one more footballless sports trivia because Monday, August 2nd, the game everybody's waiting for, Florida State Boston College will be on. So we'll have Monday night college football.
There we go.
Before we get into the Monday night football season.
I love it.
In the NFL. Sean, how you doing, man?
Good, man. I hope you are. How are you doing? I'm getting better. I paused. Usually I ask how you're doing, and then I start talking again. But how are you doing?
Fine. Chat gang is hot today. Jerry says, will it be nice radio clip or cocky clip? I'm in a nice mood today. Tyler says, I don't know. I don't know what everybody's talking about. Matt and Hadley are checking in. Hey, Matt and Hadley.
What's up, Matt and Hadley? Thanks for tuning in.
Chad with the Bang Bang Chat Gang. Tyler said, guys, I got a haircut yesterday and no one at work said anything to me.
So you're not going to say anything about my cut? All right.
That's terrible, man.
Did you say that? Did you let the people know that you were upset, Tyler? because I made sure to let the people know that I was upset.
You know, I got a lot to say about America. When did men become women? Worrying about if somebody noticed you got your haircut was a woman thing. Now it's a man thing. I got a lot to say.
Dude, you understand things are changing in this world, in this country. Just like sports trivia went to from Wednesday to Monday night.
My America Sports Trivia's on Wednesday night.
At AJ McMurphy's. Things are changing, man. You have to understand that.
You got to get with the times. And I obviously care a lot about hair. Look at mine.
I never get to see yours.
You want to see it? You want to see it?
The only thing I get to see is
you want to see it?
The only thing I get to see is the party in the back. I never get to see the business in the front.
Oh, there's business going on. And business is booming.
All right, Antonio Brown.
All right, Randolph in early today. What's up, Randolph?
Randolph.
Chad asking if Monday Night Raw will be on. You know, I used to put wrestling on the TVs at AJ's, and like the waitresses would turn it off. We'd play a little game where I'd turn it back to wrestling and they'd turn it off. I would just see how many times I could do it until they'd say something to me. Joey says, love how, I'm going to be honest with you, love how I used to do security for the Buck every Monday night, and now I'm going to the sports trivia.
I like how it's a mixture of Joey and Brett.
I can't do a Joey voice. Shirley, give me some Joey so I can get in the mood.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We got
Hizo una caca en el closet de su novia.
Puedes pintar este violeta. Ahí estaba, en el centro. Hoyo de gloria.
Querido sports trivia. Me working the door now. Sports trivia.
You know what? I got
a
random text today from Joey.
I love a random text.
And I love a random text too, and especially when it's from Joey. And he said, "What's up, brother? I miss you, man. Hope you're doing well."
That'd have been cool if I'd have got that text.
And I said this, and I brought this up, one, because Joey's commenting on YouTube, but hoping that he didn't send it to you and to make you feel bad.
Well, yeah, guess what? Mission accomplished. Joey says, clip, make your pick live on the air. Will do. So this would be our best ball league. I am fine. Wait a minute. Yep, I'm up. I got two quarterbacks.
What you got so far?
I got my third quarterback. I got Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Baker Mayfield. We are in round 18. My receivers are Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Romeo Dobbs, Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnson. Hopefully one of the Chargers receivers hits. Running backs, not great, Bob. Aaron Jones, David Montgomery, Ramondre Stevenson, Tajay Spears, J.K. Dobbins. Tight ends, David Njoku, T.J. Hawkinson. So I'm at best available. No kicker, no defense. Got 3 picks left. Let's see who we got on the board. Hey, Jared, any sleepers? John, any sleepers I should be looking at here late? Anybody you're looking at late rounds?
Who's available?
A lot of people.
Just give me like top 3 you'd want.
Get you
the best player on the board is Kendre Miller, who I've never heard of. Plays for the Saints, running back.
I was going to say get Mooney, but you got more already.
Mooney. I wouldn't mind adding another running back that might hit.
Well, I think Mooney's on the Falcons now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Pick him up, bro.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
All right. There's the pick, Darnell Mooney. From
Tulane.
Very good. All right. Clip is stuck in the 20th century. Fletcher says Zier. It's always fun to say.
Zier.
Kenny says hump deep. All right. Sean, not only are you a great co-host, you are a great salesman. You are a great representative of Pirate Radio.
Thank you.
And I mean that sincere. When people see you out in public, you talk to them. You're too pure and kind to run for politics, but you'd be a good politician because of the way you speak to people and the way you genuinely are a nice human being.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Also, you're becoming a better interviewer. Shirley, we kind of picked on Chandler last year with the Alex Harper. Do you have the just the real quick?
Well, talking about you grew up here a little bit. Talk about the transition over to East Carolina. Talk
So
about
that was last year, but you went to the lab and you improved your interview skills. Let's hear a question you asked Alex Harper this year at ECU Media Day and see the improvement.
It's something I've asked a lot of the players is, I guess, the mentality aspect of things. How have you seen the mentality as from the whole football program coming to the fall camp, coming off a 2-win season last year?
That was a great question. And you said you asked a lot of players that question? What was the question?
Blake, where do you feel like you've learned the most about
hit it again. So hold on, hit it again, Shirley.
Oh, yeah.
It's something I've asked a lot of the players is, I guess, the mentality aspect of things. How have you seen the mentality as from the whole football program coming to the fall camp, coming off a 2-win season last year?
Yeah.
I guess I was trying to ask, like, what's the mentality been like coming off a 2-win season?
Blake, where do you feel like you've
And
learned the most about your defense so far? What have they gotten gotten better at? Best. And besides what you just talked about, what they got to get better at?
At least it wasn't that bad. I think I threw in way too many words.
He did. So I was with Big Dog earlier, and I was like, I hadn't even watched Chan Man's interview. So I watched the interview with Deontay. And I was like, A Harp, this is going to be a good one. And I just came across that one, and Glenn and I had a chuckle. And it happens, man. I do it a lot.
Yeah.
This job ain't easy, folks. Everybody thinks this is easy.
I did get rid of the talk about.
You did.
And
let's hear that question again, Shirley. And see if there's a question in here.
It's something I've asked a lot of the players is, I guess, the mentality aspect of things. How have you seen the mentality as from the whole football program coming to the fall camp, coming off a 2-win season last year?
Well, I think there was.
So I added a word, and I forgot to add another word. Like I added as, which I shouldn't have, and I quickly changed that. And I think I meant to say change somewhere in there, and I never said change.
You added and
have you seen the
subtracted.
mentality change?
Yeah.
And I forgot to say change. So he got the question and answered it pretty well.
Oh, he did. He's a pro. And you're a pro, man. We're just having some fun with you.
I had a good question about Andre Powell.
What was it?
That Mike Houston had been praising the special teams and had brought up Andre Powell quite a bit this offseason, this fall camp. I was like, from your perspective, how have you seen him, what's his coaching style like that makes him so successful? And gave me a good answer.
Go check it out on YouTube. In fact, you can watch a lot of our interviews on YouTube
You
right
talk
now.
about-
Power Radio TV. Talk about
raising somebody up and then just throwing them back down, because I thought you were actually going to praise like my work the other day.
Nah.
that wasn't the case.
John, this show is a microcosm of America. We love to build people up and bring them, and bring them crashing down. So, but Sean, you're my guy. Tyler said, "Do you, Sean? Those crutch words are real, B. We all have crutch words. I say all the time.
Yeah.
What is that? Why'd you say it like that?
Because I do too.
Oh,
and you
okay.
go to a lot of my interviews. Like I think I did it a lot with Blake Carroll the other day.
I
went they would finish their answer and I'd go
I'm a giant doofus. I'm a Neanderthal. I'm a mouth breather.
I'm a moron. I'm a moron.
Talking about
Man, I'm a moron.
Man, I'm a moron.
I'm the idiot.
I heard a Pepsi commercial that was voiced by our very own Wes Hines today from 2005, and it didn't even sound like Wes.
I like listening to those old commercials.
Can we do that one day where if we have nothing to do?
If they're still a sponsor.
No, I'm saying like off the air.
Oh, yeah. In our free time, you want to get together?
Yeah.
This is a date?
You know how like people say, let's gather around the fire? Like, let's gather around the campfire? Let's gather around the computer and listen to old commercials.
Dude, I'd love to do that with you. Maybe we'll bring some food.
Let's grab a cold pop and let's sit down, maybe have a little bit of lunch.
Max says, I'm here for Zach Kaplan. When is he on? Well, he just walked through the door.
Just walked in the door as you said that.
New Pirate Radio regular, Zach Kaplan, who we're going to set his regular day to Thursday. But this week he is filling in for Ken Watlington, who is a world traveler.
I feel like he should do an oath to be a regular. Like put your hand on the Phil Steele magazine, raise your left hand.
A blood oath?
Yeah.
Can we get some blood from him?
I, Zach Kaplan.
Some kind of bodily fluid?
I state your name.
I, Zach Kaplan. Promise to.
Do solemnly swear. So help me God.
That I am up to no good.
We will talk to Zach Kaplan when we return. Chad said if he had started off with talk about, it would have come together better than last year in fall camp. I wish everybody typed the way we talk. That would be funny. Jerry says Zach needs to prove he's on our side. I feel like he's done that. I feel like Zach's done enough. He got the endorsement from Brian Bailey the other day. So Zach will be in the house. We'll talk Pirate football. We'll talk some NFL, some college football. You know, it's football season when I'm getting text from Wager McGee. Gonna try to
victory this week a little bit, if anything.
A little bit, if anything. Gonna try to get Wager on next week for a week 1 seg. Emery Hunt will join us. Love talking football with Emery from CBS Sports HQ.
Love seeing him on the TV too.
Yeah, we'll talk to him coming up on Thursday. So we are getting ready to go. We're going to preview the hell out of this thing.
And I'll tell you another reason why it's football season.
Why?
When we return.
Oh, okay. Russ said earlier in the show, I wanted to make sure I shout this out, and I don't want to miss it. Chan Man is a good-looking dude.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Russ also said, Clip, do you like that Igo guy? Yeah, he's a friend of mine. He's a nice fellow. Jamie, I saw your starter rule, 6 innings. I know it was on ESPN. I saw it. It's fine. It's stupid. I hate it. We'll talk about it maybe if we have time after this.
Dirty Dan's is the best spot downtown for live music and the official after party for the Pirate Radio football kickoff party, August 29th, featuring Dalton Davis. Hey Casey, tell them what Dirty Dan's is all about.
Dirty Dan's has karaoke, line dancing, acoustic acts, and full bands every weekend. We also have the largest TVs downtown for all your sports games. Show your ticket from the Pirate Radio party and receive free entry for the after party.
Dirty Dan's is located on 4th Street next to the parking garage. Follow us on Instagram for daily lineups and come out to Dirty Dan's for some unclean fun. Pirates, let's get dirty.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we are stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership. Savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Pirate fans, the 2024 ECU football season will be here before you know it, and season tickets are on sale now. Lock in your season tickets to be a part of the Dowdy-Ficklin experience all year long. Season tickets start as low as $115. Payment plans are also available to fans who lock in their seats early. Just head to ECUPirates.com or call the athletic ticket office at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. We look forward to seeing you in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium in 2024.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed.
Paul Cornwell from Aiden Grifton High School. Coach, talk about your team a little bit. What are some of the strengths of the Chargers this year?
Well, I think we've definitely grown within our offense and our defense. We're still relatively young. We've got seniors. I think our skill position, most of those guys returned from last year, so they're on both sides of the ball. So we're a year more into the system and knowing what to do.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
This is John David Baker, offense coordinator for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers with 2 locations in Greenville on Greenville Boulevard and at Bells Fort, and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. And your bumper music brought to you by Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. And with comfortable seating throughout the venue, there's not a bad seat in the house. Coming up September 14th, country music star Sarah Evans will be performing. If you want tickets, go to weldonmillstheater.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Clip Rock here with you. Big show on tap with Holton Ahlers joining us, Patrick Mason, and Jeff Carr, former East Carolina linebacker. So we'll talk a lot of football on today's program. We'll talk some football now with Zach Kaplan, WNCT Channel 9, 2 nights away from the debut of Touchdown Friday. Zach, welcome in.
Thanks for having me.
Where are you going to be going this Friday?
I'm headed down to Havelock High School. The Rams hosting Wallace Rose Hill. That's our week 1 game of the week.
The Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs and the Rams. There's a chance Havelock puts the hurt on them, but I think it's going to be a better week 1, jitters, getting it all out. High expectations for Havelock. We got them number 1 in our Touchdown Friday top 9, the rest of which will be unveiled later today. And that's what they call a tease in the business. And I think it'll be a good game week 1.
Speaking of go ahead.
I was just going to ask, what's your spread on the game?
Okay, I like where your head's at, Sean, and your head is everywhere. But 2 things.
That feels unethical to do.
2 things. First of all, you had a tease, and before I forget and you forget, what was your tease? Did you already forget?
I can't forget
You said, I'll tell you after the break.
Oh, football season. So high school football is here this weekend. College football this Saturday with week 0. But I woke up this morning. I was going out to football practice, and before I left the house, I looked at the temperature. 63 degrees.
A little chill in the air.
I said, there ain't no way. I said, there's no way. I walked outside, and it's as if I got hit in the face with a football.
Oof. You got
because it just
Jan Brady'd,
dude.
For our really old audience out there,
something about this weather today, and just
was it Jan or Marsha? Who got hit, Shirley?
That was Marsha.
That was Marsha.
Okay, Marsha got hit. My bad.
But just the way the air, I don't know. I could smell it in the air. I could feel it in the air. It was just very cool.
Did you taste it?
It was cool.
Did all 5 senses?
Let's count the 5 senses.
I did. I went. I said, that's football.
Oh, I thought you were imitating Jameis Winston.
No. I wasn't eating the dub.
By the way, Jamie, we need your daily Jameis Winston rhyme, if you can get that in, please.
But no, that's
until
all
6
I was
p.m.
gonna say. I could tell football season is here just because of the weather this morning. It was awesome.
Zach, looks like some good weather for Friday as well. High of 81, a low of 61. That's great for week 1 of football.
I actually went over to our weather station in the studio, and I did like a magic spell, abracadabra, no rain. It could be, I don't care how hot or cold it is, just no rain.
Shout out Blind Melon.
Is that a song?
God. No rain. Y'all don't know No Rain?
I know Purple Rain.
All I can say is that my life is pretty plain.
By Blind Melon?
That's what that song's called.
AKA the video with the little girl dressed as a bumblebee?
Yeah, it's a classic.
I've heard the song a million times.
Sean, you said something earlier that I was going to ask. I was going to say Brian Bailey would be opposed to this. But, Zach, I think if you want to get more people interested in high school football, you should set lines every week for the games. I'm not saying bet on them. I'm just saying Havelock, you said they might take it to them. Havelock minus 15.5, Wallace Rose Hill.
I thought about, in my last job, I thought about doing a picks column each week.
Yeah.
And then that way you get the people trolling when you get them wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, that could get people into maybe meeting in the middle where it's not so unethical. I don't know. Picking winners, I feel like, is at least, I call it like I see it, being like, I got Havelock, I got the Rams and the points.
What do y'all think about high school logos where they're just NFL logos with crappy colors? That always, Aiden Grifton used to weird me out because they're the Aiden Grifton Chargers, but they used to have Bronco logos.
Oh, it's a total, that I think they still
have
do.
that? Yeah.
It's the Bronco logo, but it's the Chargers.
And they're the Chargers. That's weird. The South Central Falcons, which I think they changed their logo, but they just had
They should go with the retro Falcon, the big one before Michael Vick got there.
And is all that legal, by the way, to do that?
It's kind of if the NFL team knows about it, maybe they'll send a cease and desist. But if they don't, they don't.
So Hopton High School, it was one of our rival high schools at Lakewood, where Brandon Simmons, former ECU running back, went to school. My mother went to school there. Michigan, they had the Michigan stripes.
The winged helmets.
Conley went with those one year.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. Random thought. Chad said, all I can say is that my life is pretty planned. Well, Chad, if I were you, I'd plan to take an English course. Josh says, bet Zach had the best workout of anyone on the show today. Be careful with those guns.
He's a disclaimer. He's my trainer at the gym I go to.
The Gime?
You got a trainer?
Yeah.
The Gime?
Yeah. Got to stay in shape for football season.
It's an old Simpsons
Or as Happy
joke.
Gilmore once said, 364 more days till hockey tryouts.
Homer Simpson.
Are you training for anything in specifically?
I'm training to not be
fat.
Yes, and when I'm running from 20-yard line to 20-yard line at Dowdy Ficklin, hey, maybe a high-powered offense going to keep me on my toes this year.
That's true. You're going to be running up and down.
So when you're
going to be running amok.
When you're working out, do you run on the treadmill and do your exercises while carrying a camera?
Well, I've been hitting chest. I mean, been hitting shoulders. Got to make sure I'm ready to go.
Like you walk into the gym and you see Zach Kaplan putting the camera up and down, setting up his tripod, just doing reps like that.
Max says Zach Kaplan, Rocket football legend. What is Rocket football?
That would be a Needham High School reference. That is up near Boston. It's where I'm from originally. Oh, Roll Rockets.
What do they say about those girls at your high school?
What's that?
Well, I'm too old to say this now. You know what I used to say when I was in high school about the girls at your high school? I need them. Is that bad?
You got to play the drum. Got to play the drums for that.
You went to Needham? Is it like Needham? Is that how it's spelled?
That's how people down here would probably pronounce it.
Needham.
Well, how's it spelled?
Needham.
Okay.
Needham.
I'm saying down here people would pronounce it that way.
What are you saying? We're slow and dumb?
I'm saying the English language is spoken differently in Boston than it is anywhere else.
Well, that was a good answer, Zach.
I'm getting good at
And
this.
that's why you're on people's side.
Robert says, does Jack think he's in better shape than the referees? What do you think, Jack?
Is that a fake? Was he looking for a fake Zach there?
I think we just like to call people different names around here, so you'll be Jack.
As long as we have a plan.
Are you in better shape than the refs?
I don't want to be mean, but that's in some cases that's not saying much.
Alex Harper says bad soundbite clip. That was probably worse than Chandler's question he asked you. Shirley, can we hit that again?
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's something I've asked a lot of the players is, I guess, the mentality aspect of things. How have you seen the mentality as from the whole football program coming to the fall camp, coming off a 2-win season last year?
I forgot to say change. And I should have took.
And you know why?
Kind of an important word there.
You know why?
Because I hate change.
You're scared of change. You hate change.
I hate change.
And you won't even say the word.
Nope.
You got to embrace it. We got an air raid here. They are going to. It's gonna be a new look offense. You got to embrace change sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know what this offense is going to look like. I still think they want to. Oh, I want to do some over-unders with P-Max today. But, like, how many yards will Rajay Harris have this year?
Over, under.
I was going to set it. Ooh.
850.
I was going to go way lower than I was going to go like 599.
Because you got to think it's more carries with Javius and Marlon
Exactly.
than we've seen in the past.
So for him to go over 599, all he would need technically is what, 50 yards a game, which is certainly doable.
Yeah.
And he'll have, like, Norfolk State, he'll probably have 100 yards. Remember when
Old Dominion, he might too.
Who was the guy? Chris Hairston? Me and Name Redacted, like, every year would be like, this is his year, breakout time. And against Towson, he'd have like 250 yards, and then he'd have 40 the rest of the year or whatever. I think we should have an offensive explosion week one. Russ is the funniest guy in his friend group.
That's why I was chuckling before.
Russ, I bet you're the comedian, right? Like when you and your buddies get together, do they all say, "Oh, Russ, you're the funny one"?
Oh, Russ, you're a card.
I'm the cute one. He's the serious one. Russ, you're the funny one.
For those on the radio side, he spelled Clip's name with a different last letter. One that cannot be said over the air.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
Supposed to be funny?
Is that supposed to be funny? Yeah, I heard that one before.
How many people laughed at that one? Zier?
Chad said at Conley where the Vikings used the Virginia V with the cross sabers under it. I like that, but did Vikings use sabers?
And I want to say Tarboro literally uses the Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota.
They have the same colors. You can play the big horn there. You know.
Jamie says, knick-knack, Zach is back. He don't want no bone because he's a Nittany Lion, but them Hoosiers will send him home. Not your best, but I like that it's
got the crickets.
That doesn't deserve crickets. But
Zach, I'm putting Penn State on.
Who's producing this show?
I believe Shirley Rhodes.
Okay, so if I think that it deserves crickets, I will play crickets.
My bad. Sorry. Jesus.
I'm just saying.
I'm putting this is the first team I've put on upset alert in 2024.
Just reminding you, that's all.
The Pennsylvania State University in Morgantown week 1.
Upset alert.
All I can say is I'm happy that ECU's not till 6, so I can actually watch the entire game.
That's a nooner.
It's a big noon.
Big noon
in Morgantown on Name Redacted station. And I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie, Clip. I'm nervous.
Wait, you have a name redacted?
No, yeah, I'm not going to say the other guys.
The other guys.
Well, if it isn't so-and-so on the Channel Blank News team. No, we love them.
Do you?
I would call it a friendly rivalry.
That's good.
Like the Marshall ECU. Like that type of, well, hopefully not under those circumstances ever, but you know.
Are you saying you hope?
Kind of talked myself into a riddle there. I'm not saying that, but I'm talking myself out of said riddle.
Okay. I just want to make sure we know what you're saying right now.
Not that.
Because you control your words. Remember that, people.
And words are powerful.
Yeah.
And sometimes my mouth moves faster than my brain.
I can't believe I haven't been arrested yet for the amount of words I say publicly. You know what I'm saying?
Especially like you think about how many takes you fire off a year. Yeah. 5 shows times 52 weeks, including not including pregame and fifth quarter. That's 24 more, right? Times 12 games.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm not a big take guy, but I do. My mind just wanders, and I start talking about random stuff, and I'm just really shocked I haven't gotten more trouble. But it's coming. It'll happen. Jamie says, "Where's Austin when you need him?" Tyler said, "Let Shirls cook." Carolina's College Sports Talk said, "Keep Zach away from planes."
That's not what I meant.
Chad said, O's Mets tied at 3 in the bottom of the 9th. Thank you for that Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck. He also said tired.
Chad, are you tired? You are really struggling with your words today.
O's Mets tired at 3 in the bottom of the 9th.
Well,
they need some rest.
They played a full baseball game. I'd be tired too.
I mean, it's 3:40, but Chad is clearly ahead of most of us. It's only 3:40.
So I'm looking at the scoreboard. And here's how it goes. It shows games in progress first. It shows games coming up next. It shows finals at the bottom. And that Orioles-Mets game just left the top, which tells me that the Mets walked it off.
The Mets.
Take the Mets. The Mets just walked it off.
The Mets.
Oh, Brett.
Oh, did you take the Mets
again?
yesterday?
Yeah.
Because they walked it off on Monday night.
The Mets win it. And Chad, good news. If the Orioles are tired, now they can rest because the game is over.
Take your rest.
And they lost the series to the Mets.
Chad, chime back in.
Let me see if I can find the highlight here.
Of what just happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we have access to those highlights, so I just need to pull it up here.
That just happened, as they say.
Let's see.
We need to take a break too, Shirley. So whatever you want to do first.
Let me see if I can find the highlight because I'm pulling it up.
Do you want to know?
We are the home.
I don't want to know what happened.
Okay.
I don't want to know who hit it. I'm going to say...
Anthony Wait, they lost.
No, definitely not Anthony's.
I'm going to say not Pete Alonso. You know, Lindor already hit a home run today. Did he hit another one?
I'm surprised this guy plays for the Mets. I'll put it to you that way. I forgot he's on the Mets now. He's been a bunch of places now.
Bobby Bonilla.
Close in 2000, but now. He was hitting ninth for he pinch hit today, actually.
Okay. Where's his previous spots?
Seattle and Cincinnati would be the notable ones. He was an all-star in one
Luis
of them.
Castillo, the pitcher, came in and hit a home run.
That would be something.
Seattle, Cincinnati. Mike Cameron, he's got to be retired now.
Retired.
Reggie Sanders retired in 2001.
In the Hall of Fame, I think.
No. Who is it?
Jesse Winker.
Oh, former Nat.
Oh, I forgot he was on the Nats too.
They just got him from us.
Wow. So I guess that was so he's been in like 4 places now.
He just left us. Jesse Winker.
And he just won for the Mets. I wish Brett was here.
They call him the Wink.
I guess Brett will be back tomorrow.
I hope so. He says he wants to get back.
I have no idea.
I hope so.
I hope so.
But it was Jesse Winker with the walk-off for the New York Mets.
J-Bone, I hadn't heard much from you today. How you doing over there, pal? What's up, J-Bone?
What's up, J-Bone?
You've been quiet.
Zach's in the house. What's up, Zach?
I'm a little tired. I got up early this morning.
Are you like the Orioles? Tired? Are you like the Orioles and the Mets? Tired?
Tired.
Jared, are you doing that thing where you want us to say, "Hey, man, thanks for covering football practice today"?
No.
Are you?
It was at 8:40. I just woke up early.
Are you fishing for compliments?
I could have woke up at like 8:15. If I still could have like, I'm not fishing for compliments, man.
Well, Jared reminds me, we got to talk about the parking situation over there. There was.
God! Got a break!
No, don't talk about ECU.
No, got a break!
Tickets. Don't talk about that.
We do need to go to break.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get fucked up.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Cheers to football fun at the tailgate and in the stadium this year. And remember, always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates! Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
UBE and PirateWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's absolutely free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Thank you, Shirley, J-Bone, Zach Kaplan's here, John, and Zach, you brought a coworker with you, seeing Greenville for the first time, kind of. Jackson
Saylor. He's the new weekend news anchor and reporter during the week at Channel 9 on your side. And if you see a tall redhead walking around, he works for us, and say hi to him.
He's a tall drink of water.
He is. Former D3 college pitcher.
Okay.
I was hoping he had some eligibility left, come out of the pen.
Is he a lefty?
I don't know, actually.
You're using your left arm.
I was thinking.
Are you a lefty? Righty.
Yeah.
Righty.
If he was a lefty,
you don't even know your friend, man.
How can I not know what hand he throws with? What's wrong with me?
You said originally from San Antonio?
Yes.
So UTSA at East Carolina this year, first conference game for the Pirates. They'll be honoring the 1999 team, and we'll be talking to a member of that team today, Jeff Carr, who will join us on the program, East Carolina linebacker. Jamie says, did Brett come back just for one day?
Hey, I'm back. Hey, I'm ready to do it all. I'm back, baby. Put me back in the saddle, man. He comes one day, and he's from Jersey. He's from Jersey.
That's what I thought. I was like, is he from New York originally? Jersey. Jersey. Next best thing, or next worst thing.
Like the
actually.
Mets.
The Mets.
Kenny says, well, Clip, you did get fired unjustly. Were our mics on during the break?
No, he commented that before the break.
Okay. Tyler said, so about this parking situation. We'll move on. I wasn't there. Russ says, when is Justin Bear coming back on the show? I want to tell him how to do his job. Maybe we'll get him next week.
My God. What did he do to you?
Stay tuned, Russ.
Hey, Clip, in honor of Brett.
Being
a Mets fan.
The Mets.
I've got the walk-off home run.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
3-2. That's hit in the air, left center field. Chasing after it is Mullins. This ball is carrying. It is gone.
Good.
For the second time in this series, the Mets walk it off as Sir Anthony Dominguez surrenders the game-winning homer to Jesse Winker. And the Mets take the series, winning it 4-3. Winker walking down the third base line. High fives and congratulations.
I've heard enough. Mets beat the Orioles.
Twice in 3 days that they walked it off.
Walk the dog.
They like to walk it off.
Was that the Orioles radio call that we heard?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd love to hear. I bet Gary Cohen had a great call. It's out of here, Jesse Winker.
Chandler, can you do your Kanye?
I guess we'll never know.
All right. Russ said, Clip, what is your take on the belly rub celebration after a sack? Love it.
Oh, hysterical.
One of my favorites, underrated, Chris Baker for Washington. Was it Chris Baker? No. Help me out. Steve.
What did the trainer say?
He's just said, be prepared. Steve, one of the Washington fans, was it Chris Baker who used to he was acting like he was getting tased? Like he'd put a taser to his belly and he'd just go like that. And it was awesome. I really loved that one. It was kind of a belly / taser celebration. Josh says, who is the most likely future NFL draft prospect on ECU's roster if you had to pick one?
Savon Revel.
Good pick.
And I would say to have someone different, Deontay Johnson after him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know, Savon Revel, he reminds me of a guy like Huchan.
Jaquan McMillan.
Yeah, that guy.
It's a shock. People got to learn to pronounce his name right. He's getting.
So what is he?
He's getting pretty.
Are we saying it wrong?
No, you're saying it right.
Are they saying McMillian?
Oh, it's been everything. He had there was a whole thing on Broncos Twitter. You said it right because y'all covered him in
Jaquan McMillian.
Hey, audio producer, play the clip of Rajay telling people how to say his name. Hurry up.
Hurry up, producer.
Hurry up, dude. We got a show. It's the 3. We got to take a break. Hurry up.
It's Zach Lewis in the chair.
Raja or Raja? It's Rajay.
It's Rajay.
Zach, thank you, buddy.
It's actually pronounced my guy.
We got Zach in the audio chair, which is a bit overwhelming at times. A lot of buttons, a lot of things to hit. Shirley does it off muscle memory at this point because she's done it so long. But thank you, Zach. And, hey, thank you, Jared, especially for waking up early.
That really kind of made me mad. You saying I'm fishing for compliments. I'm just saying I woke up early this morning.
You had to throw it in.
You don't know.
Get mad.
Chandler, what's one of my favorite things?
Is to make people mad?
Yeah, because I feel like
you do it all the time with me.
I feel like I get the best out of people when they're pissed at me. Like they really bring it extra.
Now I'm about to bring it. I mean,
okay. Well, like what time?
Right at the break, we can meet in the parking lot.
Wait, are we gonna fight?
No.
Fisticuffs with Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary.
I'm not a physical altercation guy. I'm more of a word war guy.
I know that's why I'm not gonna go word for word. Would you?
All right.
No, apparently not. You're gonna go right in the.
We're gonna do best of 3. We're gonna go war of words. I'm gonna win that. We're gonna go fist fight. Jared will win that. And then we'll do college football. That'll determine.
Hey, you won.
Get like a Sporkle quiz up or something. You guys can settle that. A little tiebreaker.
I don't hate that.
You guys can settle it there.
Josh says, yes, it was Chris Baker. Your trainer is a diehard Washington fan?
He is.
All right.
I knew you'd like him. Hey, big Washington fan.
Josh, if I wasn't a fat ass that didn't like physical activity, I'd come train with you. But you won't see me.
But you can be in solidarity as Jaden Daniels makes his first trip around the NFL this year.
I said earlier I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble with all the words I say every day.
Did you finally get in trouble?
I'm also surprised I've never been invited to fist fight a intern in all my years until now. Jared's like Happy Gilmore when Shooter's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, and Gilmore breaks the bottle. He's like, all right, let's go. Like, no, on the course.
I think I found some pieces of this bottle over here.
Yeah. I was just looking for the rest of this bottle.
He goes, I hate that Bob Barker. I hate that Clip Rock.
Who's Lee Trevino just sitting with the arms crossed, just shaking their head? Was that Shirley in this case, maybe?
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Zach Lewis did dye his hair. Zach.
I think Shirley is in the Lee Trevino spot here.
Week 0.
Zier.
Why are we all taking Georgia Tech plus the points?
I have a stat to consider.
Oh! Earl, are we taking Georgia Tech?
Producer!
Earl, are we taking Georgia Tech?
The stats to
all right,
consider.
that was the thumb up.
Haynes King, the quarterback for the Yellow Jackets this year.
Transfer from Texas A&M.
Texas A&M is one of 2 quarterbacks last year in college football to have at least 2,700 passing yards, 600 rushing yards, 25 passing touchdowns, and 5 rushing touchdowns.
My goodness.
The other one, Clip Rock, is a quarterback who's about to be very near and dear to your heart.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden?
So, I haven't made a bet yet for week 0, but I think I like the Yellow Jackets to be my surprise team in the ACC this year.
I got bad news. We've already missed out on the best number. I saw today it was 10.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So I'm a
So
little
it went
late.
down how much?
It went from 11 to 10.
Ooh, money coming in on the Jackets.
I think as long as you can get it on the right side of 10, you still get on that key number at least.
Clip's going to hate me.
Hey, Earl's chiming in via YouTube. The best week 0 game isn't the Georgia Tech FSU game. Earl,
dot.
I know. Are we gonna have to wait till like the Holton Naylor show to hear it, or watch your YouTube channel? Everybody subscribe to Earl's YouTube channel.
Which one is it then? The best bet. Okay.
I don't know if he's gonna tell us.
No, his best bet. Well, it better not be the team I used to cover because that spread has gone way out the window. Montana State.
What if he's talking about Norfolk State?
At 7:30
in Florida A&M.
They are on at 7:30 on ABC.
Do they even have that spread out?
Yeah, and if what I saw was true, I wish Brett was here.
Well, speaking of betting, we know Norfolk State's quarterback will not be in that game. Y'all see why?
Oh, is he talking about SMU and Nevada?
Well, hold on. We've got 8 conversations going on right now. Let's focus up.
All right.
So why is the quarterback not playing?
He was suspended for betting on HBCU games.
Oh, really?
For Norfolk State. Yeah, I'm not making that up.
That's a cool guy.
That actually happened.
And he's only suspended 4 games?
I thought I saw 4.
That's what I saw.
Well, hey, Kamala, how long you want to suspend him for? Oh, wait, she gets people out. Hey, Republican guy, how long you want to suspend him for?
Forever.
I'm getting real political here from now till the end of the year.
Please don't. please, I beg you, please, no.
So, Brett, yesterday, Zach, what'd he say? ECU minus like 14 or something, 10?
He originally was going to say 10 when he was talking to me, and I
What?
bumped him up to 2 scores.
I about threw my TV out the window when he said that.
He said 13 and a half.
Jared,
I convinced him up that
you
high.
got to relax, dude.
Oh, my God.
You were on edge.
Jared, you were just fine this morning.
You need a
football practice.
You
need a cigarette.
You need a lady friend, a drink, something, man.
I mean, it was an outrageous take. You can't blame him.
No, 13, I would.
I'm going to make it even more outrageous.
Oh.
Coach Mack sent me the line from Action of Florida A&M, Norfolk State. Florida A&M is a 21.5-point favorite against Norfolk State.
The Rattlers. The Rattlers are laying 3 touchdowns.
I know, which would make ECU in the 30s, right?
I predicted, 30? Is that what I said? Yeah.
So that's a wild number.
And I said 20.5, and that's lower than that.
Zach Jackson stood up. He's ready to leave, so we'll let you go.
Well, he leaves when I tell him we can leave, all right?
Well,
Jackson got up and said, it's about that time. He said, I've had enough of this show.
It's time to clock out. We can talk about how my Nittany Lions are an upset alert next time I'm on.
That's right. We will do that next week, probably next Thursday, because Ken will be back next Wednesday.
He is. And by the way, he had a grand old time in London. I don't know if y'all follow him on Instagram.
And
Loved
you'll
it
be
over there.
and you'll be back next week because you are, Zach Kaplan, you are a regular.
Regular. We regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too.
We'll see you next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that.
Much like I like my bowels, Zach Kaplan is regular. Let's take a break.
Gave a hat tip to those on the radio side.
Jamie says, what the hell happened to Garrett today? This kid slept until 9 a.m., I guess.
No. I don't want to piss him off. Please.
We're on a roll with wrong names today, with grammatical.
No, that's a joke. That's a running joke.
Oh, that's that one.
Carolina College Sports Talk said it's the Kid Rock in J-Bone that's coming out. He's got that edge to him today. Let's take a break. We'll come back hour 2. We'll hear from Holton Ahlers, Patrick Mason. Later in the show, Jeff Carr. We'll see if Jarrett tries to fight anybody else around here. Fun Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Party like a pirate Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party featuring special guest, former ECU Pirate and American Idol musician Blake Prohl. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving away ECU football tickets. Stop in and register to win and purchase the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
This
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Country music star Sarah Evans will be coming to the Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue, on September 14th. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets to see Sarah Evans on September 14th at weldonmillstheater.com.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you heard Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network? DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join DriveHereNow.com. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and a proud supporter of the Pirates. Now, back to your host, Clip Brock.
All right. Speaking of Happy Gilmore, his caddy reading the ads today. That was well done.
I hate change, but I like this change.
I like Shirley standing over Jarrett and Zach looking like a proud mama as he reads the ads.
She is so proud. Look at her. She's so proud.
My boys are growing up.
Look at my boys.
She's training us well in here.
I don't know if Zach's one of Shirley's boys, but
that's my baby.
Jarrett definitely is. And his propensity for violence. I was thinking about it during the break. Do you know how much people would enjoy and what kind of numbers we'd get if like Jarrett kicked my ass?
We should do we should do a rough and rowdy.
Yes.
Like Barstool does.
We could wear headgear. I mean, those are the money makers.
Can we punch below the belt?
Yeah. If we're wearing headgear, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Alex says it's no A-Harp ad read, but it was a great job. That was a great job.
Bless up, A-Harp.
By the way, a lot going on. Y'all got to keep my head in the game. I forgot Movie Ticket Monday. But good news. It's Movie Ticket Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
They're giving away.
I got the golden ticket.
2 tickets to Golden Ticket Cinemas. And we'll do that in hour number 3. Pike says, is Chan still on a diet? Good question, considering the chat we just had during the break. Are you still on a diet? I
got off the one
carb free.
I got off the one that me and Shirley were doing.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing a diet that I did during COVID and lost about 60-some pounds.
Dang.
Low carb. So, like, especially no bread.
Yeah.
I've been going to this establishment here in town, a fast food chain, and I've been getting their signature burger. I've been getting 2 of them, no bun, extra lettuce, extra pickles, extra onions.
Extra veg.
So I think Steve Hill, P1 listener, is also on the low carb, and he was telling me, like, if you just go there and ask him for no bun, no problem.
I don't really love bread, but I eat too much of it, and I could go without.
Why do you ask that, Chad? Is it because does it look like I'm gaining some more pounds back?
Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Because if so, then that just motivates me more to keep on with this diet.
Hey, thanks, man.
No problem.
Thanks, Zach.
What was that for?
Lettuce. No.
Let us know.
Let us
It would have
pray.
been faster, but I forgot where it was.
That's fine. All right, let's see if you know how to do this. And let's see if you know how to do this. And let's see if we can do this without any problems, because we had a few yesterday. Can we successfully run an audio and video interview, and then after the interview have audio again on both video and radio? I think we can do it, because I think we've assembled a great team here, Chon. A great team of interns. Is the big dog here?
No.
Ooh, all right. A little nervous about this. J-Bone, you ready? Zach, you ready? Here's my chat from earlier today with former East Carolina quarterback, Holton Ahlers.
Holton Ahlers joined us
winning
today
fearless.
on Pirate Radio
I think
Live. Holton,
one of the best traits a quarterback can have is have nothing to
I
lose,
feel good
and that's a
sitting in your
really
seat.
dangerous
Big
player.
I know, man.
And I think he went in with the nothing to
hope I
lose
do it
mentality,
justice.
kind of like. I mean,
Holton,
look,
you've got
players
our
look at social
quarterback,
media, and a
at
lot
least
of people
our
were naming
starting
Hauser the
quarterback
guy,
for week 1,
and
as
even
Jake
us on Pirate
Garcia
Radio
won that
thought,
job,
from what we were
and
hearing,
we'll be
Hauser was the
starting
guy.
East Carolina takes on Norfolk State
Once camp started,
next
I heard he had a
Saturday.
really good
I had
spring,
heard
and then
through
once camp
the
started, I kept hearing rumblings of Garcia might be the guy, and then last week, the more I talked to people, the more I went to practice and watch. I was like, Garcia kind of seems like he's going to be the guy to win this job, and that's why I said it last week on the podcast. I told people, don't be surprised if Houston comes out and names him the starter, which he did. So I wasn't surprised at all. And now, if you would have told me in the spring that this would have happened, I would have been shocked a little bit. But from hearing what I've heard, leading up to ending a spring and then all throughout camp, I think he performed really well in key situations, and that's what led to him winning it.
Yeah, and it's just interesting. The only reason I had Hauser winning it is because he got here first, basically, and I felt like he was kind of given the title unofficially when he transfers in, and there's no more Alex Flynn and Mason Garcia, but then Jake Garcia is added to the fold here, so made for an interesting offseason battle. Now the question is, Holden, we've talked about this too, now we have specifics on it. Caden Hauser is the backup. How's he going to handle that? And he was not at media day, and I've heard a lot of people say that it's probably a good thing, kind of give Jake Garcia his day, and Caden Hauser doesn't want to answer questions about not winning the job, obviously. But how does it? Because look, we're going to see him on the field. I would bet money that Jake Garcia is not going to take every snap for ECU this season. So now the question is, how does Hauser handle this? And when his number is called, will he be ready to go?
Well, yeah, that's the big thing. You know, I think it was honestly nice of Houston to not make him do media day. Look, I'm sure he was requested by a lot of people to talk to, because I mean that's a hot conversation to have. But at the same time, I mean, he is still a college kid. And he's young too. Like, he's not an older guy. Like, Garcia is an older guy and he has 1 or 2 years left. Hauser has 3 years left. I mean, he's only a sophomore in school. So, I mean, he has a long time left to develop, and he's going to play here, whether it's this year, the next year. Like, I think he'll play this year. I had a chance to talk to him yesterday just about the whole competition and stuff, and just tell him to, you know, keep his head in the game, because they're going to need him. And when his time's called, you know, it's his job to win. It's his job to take. And you know, as a backup quarterback, you got to be ready, because you know, you got to have the mindset, whenever I do go in, I'm not going back out. And if you have that mindset, if he has that mindset, he'll be ready to roll when his time's come. But it seems right now like they're in good hands with Garcia.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen in previous years, Rio Johnson starts game 1, struggles game 2, Carden goes in, never comes out.
Yeah.
You know, Reed Herring starts game 1, Holton Ahlers plays game 2, and that's kind of the beginning of the Holton Ahlers legacy at East Carolina. So, not saying that's going to happen this time, because Jake Garcia is going to be great, but there is precedent set where the backup quarterback eventually does become the starter here. So.
You hear it a lot in football, man. I mean, Cliff, me and you talked about it. I mean, TCU, when they made the run to the national championship and played Georgia, I can't even think of his name now. He just got cut from the Chargers.
Max Duggan, right?
Yeah, Max Duggan. He was named the starter, or he was named the backup, and then game 1, their starter goes and gets hurt, and Max Duggan comes in, leads them to the playoff, and is up for the Heisman. So it happens all the time. It wouldn't surprise me if we see both this year, but you know, hopefully they name the right guy, and Jake Garcia goes out there and plays well, you know, all year and leads them to a bunch of wins. But in college football nowadays, it's tough to do that. It's tough to stay healthy for one, and it's tough to go out there and perform week after week.
Holton, how are the players feeling right now, knowing that the camp portion's over? I guess there's good news to that. Also, bad news, school has started, so you got more on your plate. But now you're getting into the traditional game weeks. What's kind of going through their brains right now?
Oh, they're ready to roll, man. And it ain't even bad news that school's starting. College is not that hard, no matter what people say. College is, especially as an athlete, you get so many things, so many extra benefits. You know, you have tutors on hand whenever you need them. You have people who are making sure you're going to class. So it's exciting. It means football's here. And, you know, when you're in camp and there is no football, I mean, there is no school, then you're like, all right, man, we just got to get through camp. Well, now they're seeing the other side. I mean, you got a game next week. They're doing a full mock week this week, which I talked about on the pod last week and we posted. But, like, yeah, I mean, it's exciting. You know, I think, you know, the time, you know, you start feeling it when the students get back, and you start feeling that first day of class, there's rumblings about football starting. And then you get used to school for 1 week, and then, bam, it's game week. So the guys are ready to roll, I'd imagine. I know I certainly was. My teammates were when I was there.
Every school now, and really every team, tight-lipped as they can be about injuries. I guess in the NFL, if you're too tight-lipped, you can actually get fined as an organization.
Yeah.
But ECU, look, we used to have an injury report on the weekly game notes. That was something of yesteryear. Now everybody hush-hush about it, and I understand why. But I know Chase Sowell banged up. Coach Darrell Roberts said on Monday that, you know, he's active, he's doing a lot. They hope to get him back very, very soon. Outside of that, Holton, I don't know of too many injuries with this team, but how do you feel just heading into game week next week with this team right now? Are you confident? You worried? How do you feel overall about Pirate football?
I don't know, Clip. You know, I mean, next week we should feel good. I mean, we should go in and win next week 100%. I know we're going to have a really, really good defense. Look, I think the offense is going to do pretty well, but I'm not going to, you know, put all my eggs in one basket without seeing it in hand. Look, I haven't seen any of these receivers playing a Pirate uniform. Haven't seen the quarterback playing a Pirate uniform. We've seen the O-line for the most part in Rajay, but other than that, offensively, everything is new. And look, I've said it on the podcast before, and I'm not saying we're not gonna have a good year, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm gonna, you know, hold back a little bit just until I see it, because I mean, look, each year in college football is going to be different. We know the defense is going to be really, really good. I mean, from the practices that I've seen, they're as good as they come. But you also go out there and you see the offense maybe struggle, you know, every now and then. And I'm not saying every single time. I'm just saying from what I've seen. But they're also playing a good defense. So until I go out there and see these guys, perform in a Pirate uniform, I'm going to be hesitant. But I think we have a chance. I've spoken about the schedule before. I mean, I think the schedule is very, very, very winnable, especially if we get, a decent record through those first 4 games. I think we have a good chance.
Yeah, I feel like, and good points too, that this defense is hopefully good enough to get by the first couple weeks if the offense struggles, if we have to wait on them to catch up. Because I said earlier this week, I'm starting to lean more towards this defense could be special. I don't know, seeing Tay and Elijah Morris and Surratt and those guys and everybody we got at the corners with Revel and everything. I feel like that they're going to be even maybe better than last year, and you improve the offense a little bit. That could mean big things, but maybe early on, Holt, they'll be relying on their defense. Maybe not against Norfolk State, but I feel like ODU, if the offense struggles, you're going to need Blake Carroll's D to really kind of lead the way for this team.
Yeah, you are. And look, the defense is used to that last year. I mean, we could have won last year. We could have won a lot of games last year, averaging like 20 points as well as their performance. So if they play even just as good as they did last year, we're going to win more games. I'd imagine our offense is going to be better. But look, at the same time, I was sitting here talking about the receivers, the quarterback, and everyone new. We also got a new OC who's never called, live action before in a game. So you don't know how any of that's going to be until you go out there and do it. Now, Norfolk State should be a good rev up, for ODU, for Liberty, and for App State. But, and I don't want to disrespect Norfolk State, but, when you're at ECU, you got to go win those games and win them pretty dominantly.
Yeah, and get to 1-0 for the first time in a long time here at East Carolina. Holton, as a player, would you have liked to open up a season in Ireland?
That'd been pretty sweet. Free trip to Ireland, Clip. I mean, I would have took it if it was on the Pirates tab. But yeah, I don't think I'll be going there on my wallet.
That's what Florida State and Georgia Tech will be doing this weekend. That is a noon kickoff. SMU Nevada is this weekend. Montana State FCS is a favorite on the road at New Mexico. Bronco Mendenhall's first game. You got some late night Hawaii against Delaware State, and also Norfolk State will be in action. We'll get to scout them coming up when they take on Florida A&M Saturday night, 7:30. So there is your small Week 0 slate. Not a ton there, Holden, but it's football, and we'll be watching, right?
100% I will be. I'm getting my sports gambling mind ready to roll, Clip. And a game that I would sleep on, man, Georgia Tech's got a really good quarterback. He played really, really well last year. I think they finally have things. Maybe they could have a good year this year. So that's a sleeper game. You don't know how Florida State's going to be. I'd imagine they're going to be pretty well, but they did lose a lot. DJ Uwe, whatever it is either terrible or great, depending on how he plays. So we'll have to see how all that goes.
Holton Ahlers joining us one more preseason week, and then they get a week off, and then it's time for real games in the NFL and just kind of our stock watch. We like to talk quarterbacks with you, Holt, but once again, kind of similar as last week, these rookies are looking pretty good. And Jaden Daniels has been named the starter. Caleb Williams, I've been watching Hard Knocks, and he – sometimes if you hear him talk or the way he's interacting with coaches, seems like he's been around forever. So very excited. Bo Nix, the Bronco fans are really excited about Bo Nix. I think you're a Nix guy too, right? So there's a lot of buzz about these young quarterbacks. It's exciting.
There is. I think Bo Nix has a chance to have a really good year. I've said it before. Sean Payton really knows how to use a quarterback like that. Can move him around and stuff. He did that a lot with Taysom Hill. Which Bo Nix can throw way better than Taysom Hill, but he can move similar to him. So that could be a positive one there. And then I've said Jaden Daniels before. I think he's going to have a really good year. I'm excited to see him. And then obviously, Caleb Williams is going to make throws. He's going to do the right things. It just depends if they can block for him is what it's going to come down to.
Holton, a great episode of the Holton Naylor Show last week with another Conley Viking, Bryant Packard. What do you got planned for this week?
Yeah, man, we got Blake Harrell coming in studio, so we're excited about that. The mastermind of the entire defense that we all are talking about going to be one of the legendary defense. He's the guy that brought in this culture that really the teams developed. He kind of brought in his own culture. You don't see that a lot, with coordinators. They kind of follow along with the head coach, and he has, but he's also brought his own swagger. Brought his own youth with him too, and it's really changed the culture of the program. So he's going to be joining us. And then World Series of Poker champion, the Big Hooney's going to be joining us. Chris is going to be joining us too, so we're pumped about it.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I've interacted with him a little bit and have never been able to nail him down. So shout out to Holton Ahlers for getting that interview. Here at Pirate Radio. Holt, good stuff, man. We will be previewing Week 1 next week with you, talking Pirate football and all the big games and things like that. Very exciting times. Also, gearing up for the Pirate Radio football kickoff party, where Mr. American Idol, Blake Prohl, will be at the State Theater. So pumped up about that next week, too.
Heck yeah, man. Then we got to get ready for the 5th quarter clip. We got to get ready to roll. You got to teach me your ways.
I think you'll handle it fine. And look, if the game goes like we hope it goes, it'll be an easy first show. If that game does not go like we want it to,
burn it down.
Will be the biggest show of all time for the wrong reason. So, and you'll be a part of that, you and Cade and Norman. Thank you, Holt, man, and we'll catch up with you next week and have a great show with Blake, Carroll, and Big Hooney.
For sure. Thanks, Flip.
Holton Ahlers joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Holt, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Clip. Hope you are.
Yeah, I feel good sitting in your seat, the big boy seat.
I know, man. Come on.
I hope I do it justice. Holt, we've got our quarterback, at least our starting quarterback for Week 1, as Jake Garcia won that job, and we'll be starting when East Carolina takes on Norfolk State next Saturday. I had heard through the offseason that, yeah, it's a competition in name only, and it's going to be Hauser. I heard you recently say, maybe even last week, that this is a legit competition. It really is back and forth from what you understood. So sounds like it went down to the wire, but Jake Garcia won that job. Why do you think he was able to win the job?
There
I think he kind of went in fearless.
QB, Holton Ahlers joining us, host of the Holton Ahlers Show. Going to talk some defense with Blake Harrell coming up on the Holton Ahlers Show this week. All right. I think we did okay. Had a bit of an echo early, but we got that problem resolved quickly, and we're going to go flawless, as Brett would say. Flawless.
Do we get this perfect? This guy, I swear.
What?
He switched us back.
I knew you.
Because he's a dog.
I think you're going to be, as the kids say, glazing Jarrett, because you're kind of scared of him now.
Yeah.
You don't want him on you like he's on me.
Yeah.
Anybody with that kind of facial hair, you got to worry about.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of dangerous.
What was that?
Anybody that has your type of facial hair, you need to worry about.
What does that mean?
It means you could be dangerous.
Are you saying he looks like a danger?
Yeah, like you look like...
I'm a calm, cool, collected cat. All right?
He's a cool cat, man.
Hey, producer, he's a cool cat, man.
He's a cool cat, man.
Come on, audio producer. We set it up perfect.
Cool cat, man.
Question, Clip. You've said many times you like the lead up to the season, maybe more than the actual season, but it seems like maybe you're looking forward to the season more this year than the lead up. This is not just an ECU thing. This is a fantasy football draft. My team right now, both of my teams, I've assembled the greatest collection of talent ever on a fantasy football team. And I'm undefeated. When the games start and everybody gets hurt and my guys actually suck, it turns to crap. Washington, Jaden Daniels right now, hadn't thrown an interception, looks great. Everything's going fine. Once the real action begins, I got a feeling he's going to go through some adversity, like all quarterbacks do. East Carolina, we're feeling good. Jake Garcia's smiling. He's our guy. Everybody's on board. I already know what's going to happen. I already know that first interception, we're going to get fifth quarter calls about Caden Hauser. Jake Garcia's not the guy. Caden Hauser's the guy. Another dumb decision by this coaching staff.
I had a feeling.
I knew it.
I had a gut feeling, Clip.
So, no, Jamie, you're wrong. The lead up is still better than the actual season. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Washington. Prove me wrong, East Carolina. Prove me wrong, fantasy guys. Mike P said, I prefer the lead up to the lead up. I get excited about it almost being time to get excited. Exactly. Exactly. June, it gets no better than like May and June, because you're about to get excited soon. Y'all think I'm crazy? I feel like more people are getting on board with what I say, though. More people are realizing that the actual season stinks.
They're going, you know what? That guy's right.
That guy. But then you forget every year because you're like, this year is going to be different. No, it's never different. It's always the same. Still the same. Let's take a break. Jamie said, he's not saying he looks like the danger. He's saying he is the danger. And that's why I call him Jarrett the Danger Watkins. Watkins? Yeah, Watkins. John, when we return, we'll talk to the man in the peach shirt, Patrick Mason.
P-Mace. The P stands for peach.
Peach Mace will join us. We will talk Bears. We will recap Hard Knocks. I'll let you handle that, John.
You don't want me to do that? Oh, I found out on YouTube they have the episodes, because I don't have HBO Max. But I found last night I was scrolling through YouTube and saw that there's full episodes on YouTube, so I will be watching it.
Great. No, you won't. It's almost over, dude. There's like one episode left.
Binging it.
All right. Well, we'll talk Bears. We'll talk Pirates, NFL, college football, and see if Patrick has any tips on how to help Jarrett in college football, because Jarrett is playing with Iowa, and it didn't go well for him against Ohio State. We'll ask Jarrett about that.
But I am going to binge watch Hard Knocks, and people call me Benjamin Franklin.
Zach is refusing to hit anything on the keys.
Benjamin Franklin.
I feel like if you had a better last name, Benjamin Watchman, Benjamin, I don't know. We'll workshop it. More to go after this.
Holton Ahlers Show.
Bryant Packer, my former teammate and ECU legend. How's the coaching life been?
Dude, it's been awesome, man. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I remember as soon as I got released, I called Coach Godwin, and I'm like, hey, man, like, I need some help. I need a job. And he was like, dude, come on down. We'll figure it out. Luckily, it was like a week before classes like were actually set in stone. So I got lucky. He squeezed me in, and then this past year kind of just made me realize I think I want to do it for a long time.
The Holton Ahlers Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio.
Dirty Dan's is the best spot downtown for live music and the official after party for the Pirate Radio football kickoff party, August 29th, featuring Dalton Davis. Hey, Casey, tell them what Dirty Dan's is all about.
Dirty Dan's has karaoke, line dancing, acoustic acts, and full bands every weekend. We also have the largest TVs downtown for all your sports games. Show your ticket for the Pirate Radio party and receive free entry for the after party.
Dirty Dan's is located on 4th Street next to the parking garage. Follow us on Instagram for daily lineups and come out to Dirty Dan's for some unclean fun. Pirates, let's get dirty.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies, and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit elitepoolsnc.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Looking for physical therapy near you? Have you had orthopedic surgery, a work or sports injury, or a medical condition that has limited your day-to-day activities? At ENC Physical Therapy, we strive to provide one-on-one care with a personalized treatment plan with little to no wait times for initial evaluation. ENC Physical Therapy is located in Washington, a convenient 20-minute drive from Greenville. As a patient, you have options and the right to choose where to go. So give ENC Physical Therapy a call today at 252-495-0018. ENC Physical Therapy.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed.
Brent Wooten, the head football coach at Havelock. When you look at this Havelock program, I mean, obviously, you guys just reload, it seems like, each and every year. There's all kinds of talent in Havelock, isn't there?
It's definitely a great place to coach. I mean, these kids and their parents, they put in the effort on the back end, getting ready for high school, and they're lifting and running, and they take it really seriously. The film work's pretty serious, so it makes it easy on us when we know that they're coming in 100% committed to trying to help us win every Friday night.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio, proudly serving the Pirate Nation for over 20 years. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor-to-Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. And GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor-to-Neighbor program. Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Cheers to football fun at the tailgate and in the stadium this year. And always remember to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to your host, Clip Rock.
All right. Thank you, Zach. J-Bone. The Danger on video. We got Chonsky. Shirley is supervising. And at the head of the table, Mr. Peach himself.
Mr. Peach.
Peach Mace. What's up, Patrick?
What's up, guys?
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
I want to do some over-unders today, maybe.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Real quick. Well, no, let's start with Pirate football. Let's get your reaction first to Jake Garcia being named starter. Were you surprised?
You know what? I don't think I was. I think if we roll back the tape, maybe after the spring game, I think I might have been I thought he was the guy. But I really based it off of just the way he spoke. And I know that's kind of weird because obviously you want him to play well. But I just love the way he handled himself. And I think that kind of rubs off with his teammates a little bit, maybe in the huddle. But that was kind of the vibe I got. And I don't know if I'm necessarily surprised. I think when both these quarterbacks came in, maybe everyone thought Caden Hauser would be the guy just because he played more recently and he kind of has that experience. But, yeah, I mean, Jake must have, done everything he needed to do, and he's the guy.
And Hauser was the first guy to come in. And I think we looked at it maybe, a month after Hauser was committed to East Carolina. That's when Jake Garcia in. So I think that's the reason why a lot of people thought that Hauser was going to be the guy. But they go with Jake Garcia instead.
I still think we'll see both. I hope that Hauser stays locked in.
That's probably the worry. But that is the worry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I too think we're going to see both. I think because at least what they've told us publicly that this was such a close battle, I think that's probably why we can expect to see them both. And I wonder too if I guess you got to give Jake. You can't have a quick string on him. I think you really got to say, if this is your team, go figure it out, and then maybe we'll see Hauser kind of leak in here when he needs to.
Real quick for our video audience, Chad pointed this out. So in Chandler's father's restaurant, there's Chandler's jerseys hanging up, and we wanted to get some memorabilia around here. So Jarrett, could you cut to the intern cam real quick? Because Chad pointed out we do have Chandler's helmet in the Patrick liked it.
Yeah. Patrick, did you see our video?
No, but as soon as I looked up and saw that helmet, man, that is money.
That is,
and it's a little snug.
A little snug.
So yeah, Chandler's helmet.
If you haven't already, go and check out our video that we dropped this weekend. It's very funny.
I'm definitely gonna have to check that out, because I was in here when we were talking about. I think we were talking about like growing or shrinking body sizes, and we were definitely talking about how to shrink your head or something one day. So that's pretty funny.
All right. That must be coming from outside.
Uh-oh.
It's like a truck or something. But I thought it was like in my head,
it's
my
outside.
ears. Patrick, what are you most confident about? Let's go around the horn.
All right. Around the horn.
And so we'll start with you. What are you most confident about this football season? Try to be specific as possible.
Okay.
Position, player, opponent, anything. Like what makes you feel the best right now? If you're an ECU fan out there, why should they feel confident about 2024?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna say,
thank you.
I mean, we talked about this all camp. I think the defensive line is a good way to start. I think the defense early on, I think, can cover up a lot of, I'll say, rookie mistakes for some quarterbacks or some new players. I'm really banking on this defense, and I think the team should bank on this defense to kind of, weasel their way out of some situations the offense might get them in. That's probably what I'm most confident about.
All right. Well, we're behind the 8 ball now, guys, because that's the most obvious answer, and
right.
D-line is where I was going. So, Jarrett, what should Pirate fans be most confident about, excluding the D-line?
Running back room.
All right.
Well, I like that.
I don't know what I'm going to say now.
Specifically, Rajay Harris.
All right. Big year for Rajay.
JVS Bond got to prove themselves.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Zach.
I originally was going to say running back room, but I'll go with my backup answer. Our DBs and linebackers, I think, are great.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the DBs this camp, especially on the outside. I think there's some good cornerback position players there, and yeah, I'm excited. What you got?
I will go. I feel like as good as our defense was, we didn't have a ton of sacks, did we?
No. That was one of the issues. They didn't get sacks until that FAU game.
Well, there's a man that's not going to get fired on his day off. His name is Raheem Craig. And he was everywhere during the spring game. And him coming in off the edge, I do think we're going to get more pressure on the quarterback. That D-line is going to suck up so much attention, too, that it's going to free up some rushers. And I think everything's kind of focused on the defense, although Jarrett did say running backs. But I think we're going to see more pressure on the QB this year, which is going to in turn force turnovers, which is going to turn into points, which is going to turn into wins, which is going to turn into celebrations and good fifth quarters here on Pirate Radio. I'm excited about the pass rush this year.
I'm going to go with the receivers because that is something that we never had that playmaker last year until the latter part of the season with Chase Sowell. He's hurt right now, but he'll be back probably in the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season. But you get additions from Anthony Smith from NC State, who played at State and made some plays. Winston Wright, who made plays at West Virginia, didn't play a lot at Florida State, but he did play at West Virginia and made some plays. So you do, I feel like, get some playmakers. We saw them in the spring game make plays, and I think there's a lot of talent in that room this year, and I think this is going to be obviously an offense that JDB is going to want to air the ball out, and I think there's going to be a lot of guys that he can go to. Jake Garcia. So the receivers, I'm excited for some big plays out of them.
I like the strong, silent type. And I feel like Winston Wright is kind of all business, no nonsense. Didn't really want to yuck it up with me on media day. Ain't got time for that kid stuff. It's time to play football.
Yeah, I saw.
Asked him about video games. I'm not really into that. I make the main thing the main thing.
So is he a lot like our guy Isaiah Winstead?
Similar in that regard.
Like he's strictly football.
Yeah. We would have Isaiah Winstead on the show, and if we could get him to crack once, we would call it a success. And we got a smile or two out of him. But he was all business, man. He worked out. He played football. That was his life. And now he's trying to live his dream in the NFL. But the unknown about Winston Wright has me excited.
I think that's a lot of the excitement is the unknown.
Yeah.
And it's just, you kind of can't wait to see what they got. But also, I think this is a fun time when that unknown is still there and you can dream a little bit.
And I mentioned the additions, but guys like Jari Patterson, can he have a breakout year? And JDB has been on the Holton Naylor show, and he likes a lot what he sees out of Jari Patterson and says that he fits this scheme well. So, some of these returning guys, including Chase Sowell, when he gets healthy.
All right, we should have plenty of answers here on the what are we concerned about? What should you be concerned about? But real quick, Jamie says he is most optimistic about the kicking game, specifically long snapper. No worries there.
There you go.
I feel good about A-Harp. Robert says special teams has been weak the last few years, much improved. We'll see, but Robert says we should be optimistic about special teams. I hope he's right.
Yeah, we've heard they've made changes and they've done a lot of work, but yeah, we'll see.
Still the same personnel.
Right.
Still Luke Larson, still Andrew Conrad, still Alex Harper. All right, Patrick, if you're a Pirate fan out there listening right now, tell them why they are right to be concerned about a certain topic.
I'm going to go right away when I thought about this. I'm going to go offensive line.
Yep.
That is just kind of like the defensive line. It's an extremely important position group. We saw last year basically a lot of pressure every single snap, and it was immediate pressure. So while the quarterback struggled, you didn't really have much time. Every time that ball gets in their hands, everything broke down.
Pressure, and when we tried to run the ball, somebody was waiting on Rajay's first step.
Every time.
Yeah.
And, some guys on the edge, it was just getting around them way too easily. So that is something that, it's got to be better. It's got to be better. And if it is, then I think that you're headed in the right direction.
All right. Jared.
I hate to say it, but quarterback.
You're right.
Yeah, you're
right to think that way.
Absolutely right.
Just like you said, I hope Holton Ahlers stays locked in because I know he probably came in thinking he's going to be the starter, and then now he's back up. So.
He's got something to prove.
Yeah.
And right now he's going to have to prove it on the practice field until he gets in the game. Zach, concerned.
I don't know if I'm just overly optimistic for the year, but not much concerns me except for the O-line.
Okay, that's already been said. So you have no more concerns.
I guess I'm just too optimistic for the year. I was trying to force myself to be concerned about the group.
Be honest.
I couldn't force myself to concern anything.
I like that though. Some people are just fired up.
So beyond O-line, you're very confident.
I am solid with this team.
Okay, Chon, I won't make you go last. I'll let you go next.
Well, O-line's the obvious one. And before Jared, I was going to say quarterback because you're traumatized from last year, and it's like getting out of a bad relationship and then getting into a new one and being worried of how this is going to go. And you don't know how it's going to go with your new guys. So quarterback is definitely a concern. Maybe linebacker. Like, who is that guy? You do have Mike Edwards that's, been around a good while. Sakai Barker, a guy that I talked to the other day, is taking on a leadership role in that room. But, that is the position on the defensive side of the ball that kind of takes control and puts guys in positions to be successful. Can they do that? So I guess, just kind of going off the map here, and I don't think this is a big concern, but if you had to pick something on that defensive side of the ball, I think maybe linebacker group.
I'm going to go with first-year offensive coordinator. And
I didn't even think about that.
It's easy to call plays when you're not facing a defense at all. It's easier to call plays when you're taking on a defense you see every day at practice and they can't go all out. It gets a lot more difficult when teams are trying to stop you and can figure out what your fastball is. And if you have to throw a curve or a changeup, how's that going to go? So first year offensive coordinator, week 2 at Old Dominion, when it's a 7-point game one way or the other late in the third quarter, did the nerves kick in there? Do you try to force something? Do you get too off script and say, this isn't working, let's do this? He's going to John David Baker's going through all this for the first time as a play caller. So I have concerns there.
Yeah, and going off that, every time we speak to someone after a practice, especially a player, they say this offense works best if it's on schedule. If we can just move the sticks, even to get 3 yards, 2 yards, 4 yards, you can work fast. But yeah, if something goes wrong, how are they going to handle it?
Yeah, we all as humans work better when we're on schedule. Jared gets up a little early today. He's a little on edge, like he's not on his normal schedule. It happens to all of us. So we get that, right?
Keep digging that hole, dude.
Yeah.
Mike had a question. Have linebackers become less of a concern at this point in camp? Chandler, you talked about it a little bit. We just don't. Look, I'm year 3 at Kansas right now. My first recruiting class, I had Mike Ibrahim and Jalen Tobin. Tobin, a 96 speed linebacker.
My gosh.
That's easy money.
He has the abs showing in the game. You know how guys have the different jerseys
rolled up under his chest piece.
He just looks like a bad A on the game.
Oh yeah.
We just don't have that make believe linebacker like I do on my video game. Who's the last dominant East Carolina linebacker?
That's what I was thinking.
And was he dominant? He was really good. Was he dominant?
Just a guy blowing up blockers and getting after people.
Quentin Cotton?
That hurts me.
Quentin, man, you had Brandon Williams, you had Zeke Bigger.
Pete Bell,
Jeremy Grove was the guy. We were just watching 2011.
He was the tackle machine.
Jeremy Grove was all over the field. Since then, I don't know. Bruce Bivens was, dependable linebacker.
Good, strong tackler. But I'm talking about a guy with speed.
Just a game wrecker.
Yeah, a game wrecker.
Yeah.
What could Zeke do?
Zeke was great. He wasn't the fastest guy.
But he had that face mask.
He had cool accessories.
That's how you're judging this?
If I get a linebacker with that really grilled up face mask, I'm rocking him. And he's a gas house boy, so.
He had a pick 6 in his career.
Against UNC.
I know, guy. Well, guy, we are really just giving flat.
He's my all-time favorite Pirate.
That's your job
and
as
that's
a linebacker,
fine.
is to clean up stuff and get tackles. So you got to do,
Was he a game wrecker? I love that term, Patrick. At times he was, but not every week. Kenny says Robert Jones. Now that's what we're talking about. A guy picked in the first round of the NFL draft was a game wrecker.
It's hard to believe you have to go back that far.
Quentin Cotton was on pace to be that his last year.
All the injuries.
Until his injury. So,
I mean, I don't really find it that hard to believe because are top tier linebackers really looking at East Carolina?
No, I mean top tier anywhere aren't, but and how many of the? It seems like the linebacker position is not cool anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of dwindling. So I mean, the best ones are going to go to Ohio State or something.
I gave you the Mike Singletary card.
Yeah,
where's the middle linebacker like Mike Singletary now?
Right. Yeah, just a guy who just blows up everything in front of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, it's not really the glamorous position anymore. You don't catch touchdowns. You're just kind of the guy who has to tackle running backs with a full head of steam.
Monteith Overton was great, but he wasn't like a true linebacker. He was the edge rusher.
And he wasn't great. He was a good player. We wanted him to be great. You think he was great?
I think he was good enough.
And you know what? That's not good enough. Being good enough is not good enough. Let's take a break. We'll come back more with P-Mace. Good discussion,
Pernell
fellas.
Griffin.
Yeah, and we're going back to the 90s at that point. We need a game wrecker at linebacker. I want a game wrecker linebacker. I'm going to show boys tape of my guys at Kansas.
Pierre? Nah, you don't put Pierre Bell up there.
Solid linebacker. And Zeke was really good. I love Zeke, Zach. I love Zeke. but I'm talking GW, game record. Thank y'all for participating in that discussion. We'll take a break, come back, and have more for you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey folks, Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have a huge selection of Jeep Wranglers and Gladiators. We have the biggest savings of all new vehicles in Eastern North Carolina. On top of that, no payment for 90 days. That's right, no payment for 90 days on new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram vehicles.
This just in, 0% on Jeep Wrangler and Grand Wagoneer.
Don't forget, we also have the largest pre-owned vehicle selection in Beaufort County. Budget-friendly vehicles from $5,000 and up. So remember, drive a little, save a lot.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr! This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Want a burger with attitude? Bad Daddy's Burger Bar is the place to get it. Located just off of Greenville Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center and a short distance away from Downey Ficklin Stadium, Bad Daddy's has a lineup of chef-inspired burgers, giant chop salads, the famous Badass Margarita, and a fabulous selection of local craft beers. Get started with Not Your Mama's Deviled Eggs or fried pickles before diving into one of their juicy burgers like the bacon cheeseburger on steroids. Or spice things up with the Heat Wave Burger. People have called their burgers totally insane, but they'll take that as a compliment. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Go Pirates!
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is Captain Bo Brooks at Pirate Waters Outfitter in downtown Washington, North Carolina. For the month of August, we're having a 30% sale on all clothing items. Come on down and check us out. We have Turtle Box, Bahio sunglasses, Duck Camp, Marshwear, AFCO, and Grundon. You going fishing? We're stocked up with reels from Florida Fishing Product, new fly selections, and a full line of Smithy cast iron cookware. Don't forget our sale, 30% off till the end of the month on all our clothing items. We are Pirate Water Outfitter.
Party like a pirate Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring special guest, former ECU Pirate and American Idol musician Blake Prohl. Party like a pirate Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party. The Pirate Radio Party is brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle, and also by New Blue, Orthopedics East, Halloween Express, Greenville Utilities, David Price Construction, UBE, Tiebreakers, East Coast Grading and Utilities, Wilson Jones Griffin CPA, Ron Ayers Motorsports, Town Insurance, The Buck, and Dirty Dan's. Pirate Nation, get your tickets at pr927fm.com for only $10. And we'll see you Thursday night, August 29th.
This is Clip Brock, host of PRL, every weekday at 3, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. They are open every day, and they have 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903, and both locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Drew says, was Morris Foreman a linebacker? I feel like he was, but also remember him returning punts. How about Mofo, Shirley? Farmville legend.
Farmville stand-up. Farmville legend. Used to play basketball in my backyard back in the day.
Great,
and I say that he would run you over in a heartbeat.
He wasn't afraid.
They were not calling charges in Shirley's backyard.
No, there was no such thing as a charge in my backyard. Or travel, for that matter.
Mofo.
Or fouls.
That's such a great nickname, too.
Mofo.
Yeah.
Mofo was one of a kind.
War number 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a cool look for a linebacker back then.
Yeah, if you could be a defensive player with a single-digit number, you know you're something.
And, I mean, he was a very intimidating-looking guy. I mean, he was a big dude. And he was very talented, very athletic, good football player, good basketball player as well.
Jared, who's your all-time favorite Raiders linebacker?
Philip Villapiano.
I was not expecting to hear that name today.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great tackle on OJ. Like, put him in a sleeper, drug him over his back.
Oh, wait. We're going back. How about since you've been watching the team?
Oh, probably Denzel Perryman. Had a really good season for us.
Okay.
Man, I like that.
How about you, Patrick?
My favorite linebacker, I think
you've had
Urlacher's probably good.
Hall of Famer, yeah.
Yeah, I always liked Lance Briggs.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was good.
He kind of got the second fiddle to Urlacher, but I like Lance Briggs.
I like guys that weren't great, but like London Fletcher was the most consistent player in the NFL forever. Just played forever, made tackles forever.
Were you a Will Compton fan?
He was a guy. He was a Jag. Just another guy. He was fine. But Ken Harvey, when I first started watching, was a good old linebacker. And LeVar Arrington was the one that I wanted to be really good. And at times he was.
He had flashes.
Very much so. Pick 6 against the Panthers that turned their 2001 season around. John, who's other than Luke Kuechly?
Thomas Davis.
You've had some good linebackers to watch.
When I started watching the Panthers, John Beeson was one of those guys.
Big Beast.
Big
He
Beast.
was good too.
Yep.
So
Good lineage of linebackers there. Starting back to Sam Mills and Kevin Green and Lamar Latham.
Mm-hmm. Dan Morgan was a part of that Super Bowl run. Yeah, and Thomas Davis, other than Kuechly, is probably my favorite.
My favorite Raiders linebacker is your head coach, Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
Who, did he ever play for the Raiders?
No, I think it was just Washington and New York.
Yeah.
What is it about some teams that can just find guys at a position? Like, you know, the Bears good linebackers, the Panthers have good linebackers. I mean,
Washington,
good.
Nothing.
No quarterback for the Bears, but like that's I mean, some position groups, some teams just hit on, and it's great. But other times they just miss every time.
You know what? Forget Kuechly and Thomas Davis. Zeke Bigger is my favorite Panther linebacker.
Zach's gone.
He's in the car right now celebrating.
He is pumping his fist so hard.
Let's go!
The guy beside him, in the lane beside him, is like, what is this kid doing? And what is wrong with his hair? It looks like Mountain Dew. It's got an interesting
Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
Goggles on.
like it's not really like blonde. It's nowhere close to blonde. It's like electric yellow.
It's like when companies make like artificial colors and flavors for candy.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like lemon lime
this?
Gatorade.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you remember Sun-In, the stuff you used to put in your hair in the 80s to give you the blonde highlights, but they don't exactly give you
Jared's
the blonde
the only
highlights.
one old enough to remember that.
Yeah.
I wanted to like do that cool stuff, but my mom wouldn't let me. So I always had dark hair.
Dark hair's not cool then?
Did you listen to your parents growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of had to.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were like a rebel or whatever.
No, I mean, I kind of just stuck to myself.
John, you listen to your family, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Patrick?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a good family. They were cool. And they still are cool.
Shirley did too, I would say, right?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't step out of line with my mom.
We were all good kids. Good kids.
I wouldn't necessarily say I was a good kid,
We respect our elders and our family.
but I knew I was going to get a butt whooping if I stepped out of line. So
Patrick, did you get capital punishment? You get
No, not really.
physical punishment?
No. I mean, I didn't need it though. Mostly my big thing is like if I knew someone was disappointed, that would kill me more than like.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah, I'm like,
God,
oh man,
that's
I'm
a
like,
great point.
Yeah, that's the thing that got me, and I think they kind of knew that early on. So there was no need to whack me. But.
So when your dad dropped the, hey, I'm not mad at all. I'm disappointed.
Yep.
Be like,
disappointment.
Yeah. Yep.
Son of a gun.
Or if my mom just had a rough time with us during the day and my dad would come home and he'd be like, I heard what y'all did.
Oh.
I'm disappointed. And you're like, no.
my mom would never say that. Now, she would just flat out say, I'm mad, and you just had to suck it up and deal.
I've skipped over the disappointment
Yeah,
part. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Disappointment was not one of those things that my mother would say out loud. But now, if it was like a teacher or a coach and
Somebody you wanted to.
I respected.
Right, yeah.
Not that I didn't respect my mother, because I did,
Right.
but that would, even though back then when I was growing up, at least until middle school, corporate punishment was, we got paddled in school.
Yeah.
I was one of the few people that, or maybe my generation was the last one to do that.
Now, this could be my ears. I heard corporate punishment. Is that where they just put you in an office and say, hey, kid, you're going to work right now?
They put you in
corporate.
a,
I was thinking.
I'm just messing.
what did I mean?
I
to
don't
say?
think
Corporal?
Corporal.
Yeah.
I think it was corporal punishment is what I was thinking of.
You're going
but
to work, you 8-year-old. You're
Yeah.
done.
That's it. That's data entry
Yep.
for the next 5 hours.
I still
That's
feel
it.
bad. My last year, I took this like lame elective just to have another course at Conley, and I had senioritis the entire year. I was like, I can't wait to get. I'm at school. I'm going to school now to hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. See my girlfriend, hang out with friends. I have 2 PEs and play basketball.
Yep.
And I was just such a turd in this nice guy's class, and I still see him at ECU games. And I've apologized to him, but like I still feel bad when I see him because I was just like, I'd sleep in his class, I'd talk in his class, I did not show respect.
Yeah.
And I still feel bad about that.
That
to
still
this day.
eats you up.
Yep.
You got to go back and talk to some elementary school kids. Don't end up like me.
Mr. Gillikin, if you're listening, I'm sorry, man. You did not deserve that. You're a great guy, and I'm better than that. I sound like one of those people apologizing when they get in trouble.
Yeah.
And they say that's not the real me, but that was the real me. That was me.
Yeah, but you can also say you're a much different person now than you were back then.
I
mean,
wish I could, but I'm not.
Most people would say that. Let me just rephrase.
We got to go. We're way over time. Ellerby's now. We've disappointed Ellerby.
Oh, no.
Oh, dang it. We're off breaks again. Aw.
Patrick, thanks for hanging out. We will have game week next week.
Yeah, time flies.
It does. It does. Hard Knocks recap. Great show.
Yep.
All right.
Awesome.
We'll take a break. Come back when we return. Speaking of linebackers that could wreck a game, Jeff Carr will join us, former East Carolina Pirate. We'll have that for you. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live, and Movie Ticket Wednesday giveaway. Back with you after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown and Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown and Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
You want a sub freshly sliced to order? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want the perfect radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a lone ninja warrior. By night, I glide unseen across the rooftops, watching my enemies from the shadows. By day, I go to Jersey Mike's, watching someone freshly slice my sub. My blade is called Shadow. His blade is a Berserba brand meat slicer. Clearly, I have much to learn about this land. Freshly sliced just for you. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Stock up and save during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Summer Stockpile Warehouse Closeout. We're clearing out inventory, and that means some of our lowest prices of the season. Save store-wide. Plus, find a huge selection of furniture closeouts, clearance items, floor samples, and more. Slashed an additional 50 to 70% off. Save on tons of mattress closeouts and floor models, too. Plus 6 months financing during the Summer Stockpile Warehouse Closeout going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Choose less stress when it comes to moving and choose Advanced Moving and Storage, locally owned and operated. They do exclusive shipments, so they don't share a truck, and they guarantee your delivery date. Get a free quote today at advancedmoversnc.com or give them a call at 321-3200. Make the transition from your present to your future with ease with Advanced Moving and Storage. Use the movers the Pirates have used for over 20 years. Advanced Moving and Storage. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Good news for all of us, bad news for Shirley. Austin has entered the YouTube chat.
Oh, great.
He said, back in Shirley's day, they used to march you down the cobblestone roads and yell shame at you when you misbehaved. Hit the quad. Game of Thrones esque. Or how would you say that, John?
Game of Thrones esque.
Game of Thrones esque. Let's get to our interview. No more laughing, because we got to talk to a great former Pirate linebacker, Jeff Carr. We will talk to a lot of members of the 99 football team that will be honored this year when the Pirates play at UTSA. Talked to Kevin Monroe last week and talked to Jeff Carr earlier today. We ready to roll? Let's roll it.
Clip Rock every part of the game and just understand that there's no game more important than the next one that you're playing. And as a player, you kind of looked at that like, come on, coach, we're looking at the whole season. But then as we grow older, we look back on that. We're like, there's a lot of wisdom there. And then seeing that come and be able to play out in the season as it comes along was valuable. And I think that's the way they got to approach the season, is just play the next game and just dominate the next game that you're playing. And don't look at the score. Just look at every play and be 1% better than the team that you're playing. That's all you got to do.
Jeff Carr joining us. Jeff, Steve Logan's looked at as a quarterback guru, an offensive genius. How much interaction and how much talking did he do to you guys on the defensive side of the ball? Well, he was the head coach, the overseer of everything, obviously, but what was his interaction with yourself and the defense like day to day?
He was big on kind of letting us do our thing and bring the leadership. He coached more with leadership and getting us to be leaders. And that was one thing I appreciated then, and I still appreciate now, because I got a call the other day from someone that said, hey, do you know this guy? And it was Coach Logan doing a seminar down, I don't even know where it was. But I said, yeah. I said, please tell him I said hello. But he's doing a leadership seminar still to this day. And that's a lot of value there, and bringing that to the team helped us to be leaders on the field, and bringing that intensity, knowing that we got eyes on us at all time from the underclassmen as the upperclassmen. It made us play better, because you can't take a play off. If you do, you got people behind you that can come in and take your job. So it forced us to really be accountable, and he did a great job of kind of bringing that to us. And then Coach Connors brought the intensity in the locker room of getting us ready to play, and then preparing us from the summertime 300s that we ran, and the mottos on the T-shirts that we had. And we're doing the stadium stairs, carrying offensive linemen on our backs from the single A at the bottom all the way up to triple H or M or whatever it is at the top. And when you're looking at those letters, when you're looking down, carrying a 300-pound guy on your back, it's like, you know what, this is real. And a lot of guys got to the top of that stadium and threw up over the top of it. And it's like, that's the readiness that you got to have to play on a day-to-day basis.
Jeff Carr joining us. Jeff, one of my random memories from ECU football in the 90s, when I think about your era and a little bit before, I think about those Crime Stoppers videos. And I want to say you were involved in at least one of those, right?
Man, that thing pops up every now and then, and I have people send it to me, and they like to get a laugh out of that. But yeah, we were a part of that, and that was pretty funny. And then we went down to I think we went down to Orlando and accepted the Disney Spirit Award there on behalf of the team, and doing that, I think that was back when I had long hair, but anyway, it's like you look back on those days and you realize that was another era, that was another time period, and we had fun. We did it, and we did it with intensity, and all we can do is look back and say, you know what, that's who we were, that's what we did, and this is who we are now. We're still the same people, but the intensity that we brought to the game is what we want to see on every Saturday that we come to a game or see a game on TV.
Yes, sir. Jeff Carr joining us, a different chapter in the life of Jeff Carr and his teammates there. Those were some really funny, I think, Macho Man, I believe, the video I recall from Crime Stoppers. Jeff, how about from your time in NASCAR? You talk a lot about intensity, and you've got split seconds that can win or lose you a race. So as a Jackman, you talked about bringing the kind of a football mentality into it with the team aspect of it and everything. But a lot of similarities, I guess, right? Going from football to NASCAR.
Yeah, it really was, and that was the fun part about it. But the biggest thing you had to realize in NASCAR, like in football, you celebrate the many wins inside the big tackles, the sacks, the interceptions. You celebrate those mid-game. But in a race, you can't celebrate a great pit stop, because if you do, the very next one that comes along, you might lose a micron of focus, and the next thing you know, you're riding on a hood across the top of a car, and you're getting hit. So you got to maintain focus when you're really down and out, because you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and go to a racetrack. You do the race at 2 p.m, and then that's when you got to be at your tip-top focus and shape. And and then you got to sit there and stay focused for a 3.5 to 4 hour race when there's tons of distractions going on all around you. And the biggest thing I think I learned from racing was no matter what comes at you, you still have to be ready for every single detail. And no matter how tired you are, you still have to be there in tip-top shape and ready to perform. And when you're tired, you're down and out, your family's still counting on you to bring home a paycheck. And those things are real. I've been hired and fired in the same race before. It's just, that's a whole nother level of accountability when you're working with your teammates, and everybody's got to work in their own level and pull in the same direction. So it was great. It was fun. I enjoyed it, and kind of taking those levels and brought it into financial planning in a way that's, I still have the same intensity, but just doing it from a business owner perspective. And now you've got to really look at life the same way, but with a different lens.
Jeff Carr joining us. That's awesome. And Jeff, you still got a lot of fans around these parts. We've been promoting you coming on the show today earlier in the week, and a lot of folks will flood back to the 90s, and then the memories come back to them and everything. So you still got a big fan base around here. It's going to be awesome to have you and that 1999 team honored this year at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium during the UTSA game. And talking to Kevin Monroe, he still says he keeps in touch with some of the guys, but it's going to be great to get a lot of you guys back together and celebrate a great time in Pirate football and a great time in a lot of your lives.
Yeah, I can't wait. Just seeing the teammates again, I mean, that'll be exciting. And then bringing the family down and letting them kind of see a part of who we were, what we did, that'll be exciting. And I think the culmination will just be being a part of the game one more time, but being there from the sidelines or the stands or whatever that looks like. I mean, we just want to support the team and hopefully get a win out of that, and to see the intensity that the guys can bring to the table, and we can help add to that in any way, man. We're there. And
well, maybe Jeff Carr can get one of those famous Jeff Connors speeches to the team before the game, get them fired up. Jeff, man, great catching up with you, talking to you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you when you get down here to Greenville later on this fall.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait to catch up.
Clip Rock here in the Pirate Radio studios today with East Carolina linebacker Jeff Carr, and really excited to talk to Jeff, one of my favorites from many, many years ago. And Jeff, it's great that the 1999 team is going to be honored this season at the UTSA game. So I want to get yourself and a lot of your teammates on to relive some of those glory days. But thanks so much for joining us today. How you doing?
Yeah, we're doing great, and then we're excited to be able to come back to that game. That'll be fun.
Awesome, and that'll be coming up, ECU's first conference game. It'll be a big game this year as the Pirates will take on the Roadrunners at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. Well, Jeff, kind of reliving those days when you played here at East Carolina, and when you think 1999, and we talked about it with Kevin last week, the first thing that comes to mind, maybe the best live sporting event I've ever been to, the game at Carter Finley Stadium against the Miami Hurricanes. And first of all, as a Washington Commanders fan now, formerly Redskins, I rooted for Clinton Portis and Santana Moss when they were there and going to the playoffs with Washington. Did you realize at the time when you're on the field that you're playing against so many NFL players? Did you know how stacked that team was when you were playing against them in '99?
You know, at that time, I think we were so focused on just playing the game and getting back home, and that instance really brought our team together for that season, because when you go through adversity, you got two choices. I mean, the first choice is you can give in to all the things that go on around you. Problems are many, solutions are few, find the solution. Or you can actually deal with it, move forward, and do your best and just kind of take it as it comes.
How did you kind of compartmentalize everything going on? How did Coach Logan and the staff keep you focused on football, but also allow you to think about real life and your living situation, your family, everything going on? That had to be a lot, especially for a college-age kid, right?
Yeah, I remember Coach Logan brought me in, and he asked me a few questions about what did I think the guys needed right now, and I said, quite frankly, they need a hamburger to eat. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like sometimes I know Michael Waltrip put it like this. You can eat filet mignon every day of the week, but sometimes you just need a hamburger. So I think the guys were just kind of looking for something that was part of what their lifestyle was back at home. And getting back to, we had a lot of testosterone flowing then because you're in the hotel all week long and guys are used to being at their house. You're having to just be there and be a part of what was happening around you, but you had no control over any of it. And I think losing that freedom is probably the biggest part of what brought us to where we were. And then being able to play that game, taking out some of that frustration on Miami was probably a big part of the win.
Jeff Carr joining us today. And Jeff, that season, just 2 blemishes on the regular season schedule, and then a loss in the bowl game as well. But finishing that year 8-3, kind of culminating your career at East Carolina, and a great career at that. And when I ask you guys, like, what do you remember about games and everything and your time, most of the answers have to do with memories in the locker room or memories, at a house party with your teammates, things like that, kind of off the field stuff. Is that what you remember the most as well?
Yeah, no, I mean, Coach Connors, his pregame speeches were always, they were huge. That's a big part of how we can come out and you can play outside your body. And that was big, his preparation during the week. And then looking at film, I was always big in film because you can always pick something up that you can take into the games. And I think that's the ultimate study of another person, is you can go in and analyze all the details. And I've always been a detail-oriented person. And when you can get in and really grind that out and you can know something that might be a pre-snap read, and then Coach Huxtable and Coach Rose, they did a great job of pointing things out. And that really, really helps when you have, I wasn't the greatest athlete in the world, but I tried to be sure that what we did it with purpose, and we did it with intensity, and we played with passion. And I think that'll cover up some of the downfalls at the end of the day. And then the hard work you put in the weight room throughout the years that you're there is always the biggest proponent that gets you where you need to be.
Well, Jeff, we saw your physicality on the field and the effort as well, but the cerebral side you're talking about, it sounds like you were able to read everything and know what was going on. Did you ever get into coaching or think about getting into football coaching after your playing days?
I always said I left the last game I ever played in, and it's actually on tape in my basement, and an old VHS tape. And I said, I'll never watch that film, but I want to be sure, and it kind of gets me emotional now, but I wanted to be sure that the last game I ever played in was going to be something I would be proud of to show my child one day. And for me, it was making sure that if I played every play like it was my last, and that was pretty special. But I always said if my son ever wanted to play, I would coach. But with coaching, I just didn't have the love for it like I did for the game when it came to playing.
Well, you did find a great career, and I don't know if you were the first. I guess Big Ed Watkins, part of NASCAR as well. But since you guys and what you did in your careers, there's been a lot of Pirates going into NASCAR that played football here at East Carolina. Kind of a pretty cool pipeline there. But how did you get into that, Jeff, all those years ago?
Yeah, my brother-in-law, he was a pit crew coach, and Big Ed, he was in it already, and he asked me to come in and try it out, and I did, and loved it, just took to it. And being an athlete, it really kind of brings in your talents into another sport. And we always used to kid people, nobody grows up playing pit crew. You grow up playing a sport, but in order to learn that particular game or sport or job, you really had to get experience doing that. And the experience comes at a cost. And I've been hit a few times, and you have injuries that goes along with that. But at the end of the day, it was a rewarding career. Loved it and had a great time and made a lot of great acquaintances, fun people to be around. That's another family. It was a way to get out of the football playing career, but still be a part of another family. And I think that's one thing, like you talked about, that we all miss. We all miss the camaraderie of being a part of a team and knowing that team is really the benefit of the folks around you all pulling for the same goal and objective. And that's a neat that's a neat thing to be a part of.
Jeff Carr joining us. Jeff, catch us up on what you're up to these days. Where are you living and what are you doing now?
Yeah, so I am father of 2 children, Madison and Grayson, and Grayson's now down in Wilmington right now. UNCW just dropped him off last weekend, and
wow.
currently my wife works as Misty Carr. She played basketball there, and Misty Horn at the time. And we are married, living in Troutman, North Carolina, big metropolis. And I'm a financial planner here. And I've got a nice office here as soon as you come into Troutman, and old house that was built that we renovated and brought up to par to be able to have an office. And it's been great for me. I've been doing this for the last 8 years, and since I got out of racing, and love what we do, being able to help people.
That's awesome. Jeff Carr joining us. And Jeff, before we got going recording, you said that this will be the first time your son will be able to kind of see your football legacy, I guess, when you come here to Greenville when the 99 team is honored for that UTSA game. So that's got to be awesome to be able to bring your family back and see hopefully a packed Dowdy Ficklin Stadium.
Yeah, we're excited. I'm excited to come back, be a part of it again. We don't get the opportunity being 4 to 4.5 hours away as much as I'd like to get down there. And when you pour all of your livelihood into football, it's when you walk away, you don't leave anything on the table. And that's where I was with racing. I hadn't been back to a race since I left. And then same thing with football. I think we've been back for one game we came down for. And but that's it. We got to get back down for some more. And we talk about it every year. And being a part of the Pirate family is where we want to be and always want to be. So that'll be fun. We're looking forward to it.
One thing you'll like, Jeff, this defense is going to be for real. It was last year, but it did not show up in the win-loss record. Just 2 wins where the Pirates couldn't get anything going offensively. That has been overhauled with a new offensive coordinator, 2 new quarterbacks, a lot of new receivers. So trying to get the offense to match the defense, but I think you'll see a pretty intense Pirate defense when you come watch them later this year. How much, I know you're not able to get here a lot, how much are you keeping up with the Pirates? Do you still watch the games? Do you still feel connected at all to the team?
I look at the scores. I've watched a few games, and a big part of me is with defense is always you got to hit people. And I think you got to do it in practice every day. And I know that's nothing that's fun in today's world with going out there and banging and hitting on people on a daily basis. But that's a part of the game that you got to relish that, and you got to feel like you got to love hitting people to be a defensive guy. And as an offensive guy, you got to love not being hit. So it's a matter of the desire to get in there and just wreak havoc. And hopefully they have that same intensity, and we can bring that to the field in another year. I mean, that's always when you win games, when you play with intensity. So play with intensity, you win. It's pretty simple.
Jeff, so many changes in college football, and I'm a bit hypocritical. I usually spend all off season complaining about it and saying I hate realignment. I hate what they've done to rivalries. I hate what they've done to some of these great traditions. But now that we're about to kick off another season, I'm as excited as I've ever been for college football because this realignment has created some tremendous matchups in the new Big Ten and the new SEC, things like that. And now for the East Carolinas of the world, there will be a quote-unquote Group of 5 team in the playoffs. The highest-ranked Group of 5 champion goes to the 12-team college football playoffs. So East Carolina will have a shot. Kevin Monroe talked about a team, Jeff, that lost 2-3 games maybe and didn't go to a bowl game in the 90s. Yeah. So things have changed a lot for good, for bad, for better or worse. But the good news is East Carolina will have a chance to play in the college football playoff this year, and that's access that really hasn't been, given to East Carolina and the East Carolinas of the world in the past.
Yeah, and that's very exciting, and I think it's a great opportunity. It's just the next game is the most important one of the season, and that's a kind of a coach's motto, and Coach Logan kind of ingrained that into us. You play each game like it's your last, and you play every part of the game, and just understand that there's no game more important than the next one that you're playing. And as a player, you kind of looked at that like, come on, coach, we're looking at the whole season. But then as we grow older, we look back on that. We're like, there's a lot of wisdom there. And then seeing that come and be able to play out in the season as it comes along was valuable. And I think that's the way they got to approach the season, is just play the next game and just dominate the next game that you're playing. And don't look at the score, just look at every play and be 1% better than the team that you're playing. That's all you got to do.
Jeff Carr joining us. Jeff, Steve Logan's looked at as a quarterback guru, an offensive genius. How much interaction and how much talking did he do to you guys on the
defense? Caller 8, 317-1250, 317-1250. Old Jansen won a prize yesterday and just came and picked up his prize during that Jeff Carr interview. You can be a winner right now. 317-1250. We're back with our Fleet Feet Rundown after this.
PestTech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. PestTech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the PestTech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. PestTech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
There's a special deal at US Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up. The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-styled restaurant and bar, and there's always something special happening at the Rick House. Join us for lunch. It's our 2 for $20 lunch special during the week, and it's the perfect spot for that lunch business meeting. The Rick House celebrates the last Thursday of every month with a special wine tasting, and our buffet brunch is to die for. Follow the Rick House on Facebook for the latest schedule. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. The Rick House.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed.
Paul Cornwell's from Aiden-Grifton High School. He's taking over and trying to rebuild this Aiden-Grifton program. How's it been for you, Coach?
Well, it's been good. I mean, we've had a good off season. Our numbers are up. And it's all it's a part of the process. This past year we got a lot of kids back in the weight room that we had not had for a while, and so it's been really good. Kids, our numbers are up, and so I think it's been very positive.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio, where it's always a great day to be a pirate.
I think it's gonna be a great day.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Want a free quote on your home, auto, or life insurance? Call Tim Sawyer and his State Farm team at 493-0002 to get a quote in less than 5 minutes. To get great coverage with great rates, call your local State Farm agent, Tim Sawyer, at 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. They're open at noon, 7 days a week with live music. You can enjoy sports trivia with Clip Brock on Monday nights. Tuesday and Wednesdays, it's local acoustic night, along with Wednesday being line dancing night. Thursday, you can enjoy Singo starting at 8 o'clock, followed by karaoke. And then, of course, Friday and Saturday nights feature the best local bands in the area. Coming up on Friday night, it's the Martin Terry Band performing. And then on Saturday, it's Aaron Ham and the Big River Band. And as always, ladies, you get in free both Friday and Saturday nights. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram for the latest, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Yeah, coming up next Monday, we'll have our debut on the stage area of the Buck. We've kind of outgrown our little area thanks to the great sports trivia regulars and folks showing up. So come on out Monday night and we'll have a good old time.
It won't be as packed. We'll be able to kind of spread out a little bit for sure in terms of.
All right. Who was our winner, Shirley?
I am so sorry because I meant to say something. And here's a name we haven't heard in a while, but a familiar one. Victor Long.
Victor Long.
Victory for Victor.
Yes, and he was calling in from Bethel, so he was our movie ticket Wednesday winner.
He has won many a prize over the years at Pirate Radio. A long-time listener, so awesome for Victor. All right, Fleet Feet Rundown. A-Harp has popped in for 2 seconds to read an ad for our friends at Fleet Feet.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
The question everybody is asking themselves, can the White Sox get to 31-97? Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the ninth, tied with the Giants.
Come on, put your rally cap on.
2 apiece.
I'll go ahead and tell you they're not going to.
Not going to do it. A lot of day baseball today. We've got some finals. The Mets.
The Mets
walked off the Orioles 4-3. 2 walk-off dingers for the Mets in the last 3 days. 4-3, that final score today. Red Sox beat the Astros 4-1. Boston, 8 games over 500 this late in the season, better than anticipated. And a pitcher's duel in Texas was won by the Rangers, 1-0 over the Pirates. Coming up tonight, Braves beat the Phillies last night. They'll try to do it again. Good pitcher's duel with Max Fried and Aaron Nola on the mound tonight. Burley and the Cardinals taking on the Brewers, who are 21 games over 500.
Is Burley in the lineup?
Is Burley in the lineup?
I know he came in to pitch hit the other night, right?
Right.
I think so.
Right. I don't know if we have a lineup. I'm not seeing one on ESPN. Consult your Cardinals Twitter account for more information. All right. I see Austin Dillon appeal on our Fleet Feet rundown. Let's go to our NASCAR desk. Here is Jarrett.
So they upheld the penalty. He will not get his playoff spot back, but Richard Childress Racing put out a statement saying Richard Childress Racing is disappointed in the result of today's hearing in front of the National Motorsports Appeal Panel. We respect the NASCAR appeals process, but we do not believe that today's outcome reflects the facts presented. We plan to appeal the decision to the final appeal officer, so the appeal is getting an appeal.
Speaking of appeals, I had to do one today. We're not going to talk about it.
That's all right. Is all this just
hosh posh?
I think it's like we have to show we have our drivers back. In future cases, we're going to appeal everything. We really know that what he did is wrong.
I feel like Richard Childress believes they did nothing wrong because he said that, as Austin Dillon was crossing the finish line.
My guy did nothing wrong.
My guy.
I don't know what y'all were talking about. Okay. Well, there's... That's not my guy. Let's get a National Day update. Y'all got any Did You Sees? Have I missed anything?
No.
What's happened today?
Did you see Bo Nix is now the quarterback one?
Very good.
Oh,
Jared.
I do have a Did You See?
Well, let's speak on his first.
My bad.
Better be careful.
Sorry, Jarrett. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm good now.
I'm so sorry.
What do you think, Sean? Bo Nix. So Jaden Daniels has been named a starter. For some reason, you freaked out about me saying that the other day. Are you going to freak out about Bo Nix being named a starter?
No.
Okay.
No. I expected the second overall pick to be the starter.
Other rookies. Caleb Williams will start for the Bears. What is the Drake May New England situation?
That will be resolved, I believe, on Monday.
Okay.
Is it between him and Brissett or
I think
Milton?
Joe Milton has a good shot too.
That would
be crazy.
They're going to be
That's
so
nuts.
bad. What's the point?
Yeah, they are going to be pretty bad. Any other rookies in line for starting? Who are we forgetting? Anybody?
Penix is going to sit. So.
Michael Penix, yeah.
Well, he's hurt now, but
so is Cousins healthy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's hurt now, but I wonder if McCarthy was going to be a starter.
I don't think so.
I guess we'll never know.
When you ask his family that, they all say,
family.
I hope so. I hope so. It is Brazilian blowout day.
I had a Did You See? Damn.
Why didn't we just go around the horn and do the Did You See?
I didn't know you had one too, Shirley.
Well, I was going to mention that Connor Norby went 2 for 4 last night for the Marlins.
Hey.
And I was going to say, did you see that Alec Burleson is in the lineup batting second tonight?
All right. Hey, thank y'all. This is why we do this segment right here.
Yeah.
That was great. That was really good. All right. Now to the real news. It is Brazilian blowout day. Have y'all ever had a Brazilian blowout?
No, I haven't.
What
Boy,
exactly
I had a wild night back in 2008, and let's just say I had a Brazilian blowout or two.
What exactly is a blowout?
It provides an opportunity to put your best self forward, starting with your beautiful locks.
Oh, hair. All right.
With humidity and all-time high, frizzy hairs in full effect across the nation. Brazilian blowout. Austin, no jokes. It is National Senior Citizens Day.
Shout out.
Grandmas.
Alex?
Yeah.
Alex?
Smash anybody's grandma.
Not on National Senior Citizens Day.
It's their day to do it.
Yikes. I don't know how to say this word, John. So I'm going to go to my word guy, the spelling beast, Chandler Honeycutt.
Spumoni.
Huh?
Spumoni.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of it?
I have no idea.
Spumoni, National Spumoni Day. Celebrates a delicious frozen treat, which hails from southern Italy. You should know this.
Hey!
Where's the Spumoni? This guy's acting like a real
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Look at old Spumoni over here.
Hey!
You gonna say anything after A or just A?
A.
Okay. I've never heard tell of Spumoni.
Do they have pictures of said dessert?
They do, Shirley, and a description. So I'll show y'all the pic. It looks like ice cream to me.
Yeah.
Okay. What would be the difference between that and ice cream?
Well, I'll tell you, traditionally 3 molded layers of flavored gelato create a unique dessert. The creamy creation often includes candied fruits and nuts in 2 layers with a 3rd chocolate layer.
Okay.
Sounds tasty.
Sounds good.
It does.
Spumoni. It was brought to the United States from Nola, Italy in 1905. Those are your national days. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Bobby says Jeff Carr was an all-time ECU great. He could get to the quarterback like very few before or since.
Shout out Bobby, West Palm Beach.
5th quarter caller.
Yes, sir. My dad's roommate in college.
Looking forward to the 5th quarter with Holton Ahlers and Caden Norman this year. It'll be hopefully a lot of fun, entertaining either way. More to go, Pirate Radio Live after these words.
The Holton Ahlers Show.
Bryant Packer, my former teammate and ECU legend, as a player trying to get to Omaha, now as a coach trying to get to Omaha. What do you think it is that isn't knocking down the door? Like, why don't you think it's happening? And then what do you think we have to do to knock down the door?
I wish I knew, man. I wish I knew, because I would bet all the money I have and will ever have that we do everything the right way. Like, we do everything better than everybody else in the country. Why it's not happened yet? Dude, I don't know. Coach She says it all the time. The man upstairs, there's a reason for it not happening. I don't know why. I know we want it more than anybody in the country, especially me.
The Holton Ahlers Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price, or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, barbershop quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
It's bow time. When you combine the bold taste of a Bojangles Chicken Supreme with dill pickles, Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, and a toasted bun that's great on the go, you get Bo's Bird Dog. In fact, you can grab 2 of them for $5, available for a limited time only. It's bow time. It's bow time. When you combine the bold taste of a Bojangles Chicken Supreme with dill pickles, Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, and a toasted bun that's great on the go, you get Bo's Bird Dog. In fact, you can grab 2 of them for $5, available for a limited time only. It's bow time.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is retired ECU baseball player Charlie Yorgan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Shout out to Ellerby. Shout out to Wager McGee. Shout out to Mac McCarthy. These are some of the folks that see something trivia related, and there's more out there, but something trivia related that they'll shoot me and I can use for sports trivia. But Mac also sends me texts and tweets regarding topics we discussed on the show. And just a few minutes ago, he sent me the SEC tiebreakers. They were just released actually today as far as the tie-breaking process for teams that are tied when it comes to playing in the championship game. If we can make it to F, I would be so excited. A, head-to-head competition amongst the teams. B, record versus common opponents, common conference opponents among the tied teams. C, record against the highest placed common conference opponent in the conference standings and proceeding through the conference standings amongst the tied teams. D, cumulative conference winning percentage of all conference opponents amongst the tied teams. E, capped relative total scoring margin versus all conference opponents among the tied teams. The tie is going to be broken at that point, but if it's not, we go to F, which is random draw of the tied teams. And how awesome would that be live on the SEC network or ESPN, or hell, put it on ABC primetime. You have the head coach, hell, you have both teams there. So Georgia finishes first. Alabama and Texas are tied for second, and they find out their fate live on the air. A random draw.
Man,
would that not be awesome?
Electric.
So I'm really pulling for F in that scenario. But we talked about it, man. Without these divisions, you're just taking the two best teams. The standings, the final few weeks of the season are going to be awesome. I almost wish now, let's run rivalry games at the beginning of the year. Let's do Georgia Tech early. Let's do Florida State early so we can end with conference games because there's going to be so many conference races at the end. How do y'all feel about that? We're stomping on tradition and spitting on tradition anyway.
Yeah, because both teams are, 0-0. And because I feel like...
You don't have to do it week one, but like in September.
Yeah.
Do it week one. I mean, whatever.
Week one would be fun.
Yeah,
like
rivalry week.
The anticipation for both teams.
Or the third week in September is rivalry week across college football.
I like it.
Go
ahead and get out of the way.
Need that, and the SEC needs to get rid of these garbage like November 14th Alabama Austin Peay games.
Yep.
So you would like watching the Iron Bowl in week 3?
No. I said Florida State, Georgia Tech,
Clemson, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So just the non-conference.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Keep the Iron Bowl where it's at.
Yeah, keep that on the latter part.
But instead of Georgia Tech in the last week, give me a Georgia Oklahoma. Instead of Florida State Florida.
Now you're talking.
Give me a Florida Tennessee, which is that one of those games that's always on a certain date in the year. I know you got the cocktail party, but I think some of those teams do play a certain time of year. But yeah, I'm fired up for this football season, man.
As much as we talked about the realignment, we still are fired up for college football.
I'm so jacked.
We are back. I'm just ready for this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Nevada SMU is what I'm.
That's yours?
Over?
I mean, I don't have a bet on it.
You just want to
Why
watch
are you
it?
excited about it?
I don't like Nevada.
Oh.
Why?
I don't know. They were like unnecessarily good when I was a kid with Colin Kaepernick. It was like, what's
unnecessarily
and it got
good?
you mad?
Yeah. I don't know.
It pissed him off.
And we'll talk about taking a knee during the national anthem when we return, if we have time, on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Back with you after these words.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Country music star Sarah Evans will be coming to the Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue, on September 14th. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets to see Sarah Evans on September 14th at weldonmillstheater.com.
Carolina Eagle is proud to partner with Anheuser-Busch and the National Volunteer Fire Council to bring 4,704 cans of emergency drinking water to the local volunteer firefighters who help keep our community safe. This summer, Carolina Eagle wants to give a huge thank you to the Fountain Rural Fire Association for all that they do. At Carolina Eagle, they are proud to work with Anheuser-Busch and the National Volunteer Fire Council to give back to the place we call home. Carolina Eagle Distributing, proudly serving Eastern North Carolina since 1989.
Pitt County Schools is in the people business, and we are hiring. If you're looking to make a difference by helping us ensure the future of Eastern North Carolina, we invite you to be part of our dynamic team. If you're just starting out or exploring a career change, the doors of one of Pitt County's largest employers are open for those seeking competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities. We offer learning support and advanced leadership opportunities to better prepare our educators and skilled labor force. If you want to be part of an award-winning school system that focuses on educating students and growing our employees, we encourage you to surround yourself with people who are going to lift you higher. To fill out an application, please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, and help us engage, empower, and elevate through 38 schools and one community.
Want a great lunch with quick service?
Huckleburger.
Need a place to dine out with the family tonight?
Huckleburger.
The fastest full-service restaurant in town.
Huckleburger.
Huckleburger is committed to 3 core values: highest level of customer service, high-quality delicious food, and lightning speed. The Huckleburger menu features delicious burgers, cheesesteaks, chicken sandwiches, black bean burgers, salads, and much more. Huckleburger in Greenville near Lowe's on Memorial Drive and off of 15th Street near the movie theater in Washington.
Huckleburger.
Delicious, fast, fresh, and friendly.
Hey, O's fans, on Friday, August 23rd, come out to Oriole Park at Camden Yards and cheer on the Orioles against the Houston Astros at 7:05. Be sure to arrive early. The first 25,000 fans 15 and over will receive a Gunnar Henderson bobblehead presented by Royal Farms. Don't miss out on the last bobblehead giveaway of the season and start your weekend off right with an action-packed night of Orioles baseball. Buy your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
It's hot outside, but you won't break a sweat using ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate for your next home sale or purchase. Our experienced agents help you stay cool while navigating the home buying or selling process. Uncover your next treasure today by visiting encpiraterealty.com. And remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates.
Pirate Radio. We are the local station you love. Anytime, anywhere, on air and on digital. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was another good day for the stock market. The Dow was up 55 at 40,890. The NASDAQ was up 102 at 17,918. The S&P was up 23 at 5,620. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Chandler, I don't know where he found this. He got footage. And Jarrett did not tell us about this. Young Jarrett was interviewed by a local TV station. And Chandler found the audio. Let's hear it.
Going to the NFL, you know your Raiders, I can tell right here. How are you feeling with the team this year?
We're not going to the Super Bowl. I already know it.
We got a realistic Raiders fan here. This is odd. This is the first interview I've ever had like this. The Super Bowl chances are not good, but what is it going to take for the Raiders to have a successful season, you think?
Not to get arrested.
Not to get arrested.
He's not a fan.
How is he not a fan?
You're off the hook. I want that kid in the parking lot.
All right, J-Bone. And
J-Bone.
Maybe you can take on Tyler as well. He said, where'd it go? Was it deleted? Might have been deleted. Never mind. All right. Oh, Jamie. It was Jamie. Why is Jarrett mad at Nevada? Did they wake him up too early?
All right.
All right.
All right, that's enough.
Shirley, enjoyed it.
Yep.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Had a lot of stuff coming up tomorrow. Should have been Cowboys will be on.
Oh.
Caden Norman, Greg Hudson, Emery Hunt, Jim Zoki.
All tomorrow?
Jeff Nadeau. I don't know how we're going to do it.
That's all tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Man.
We don't have a show Friday, a live show. We're going to have a best of.
That's right.
So we're packing it in on a Thursday. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Going to be a big one. We'll see you then. For the crew, I'm Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening.